Beardos in the house.
Say hi to the people. So my name is Amaryllis. Actually, I don't know how to say it in English. It would not feel good to do urban keys on a Kizomba music at all.
Okay.
It would feel, when I was gonna say yes to teach Samba, it had to be in a way that makes sense. It's still not my culture, and I don't want to be making money like that. I want it to impact the dance.
Yeah. The culture is not part of the culture anymore. The culture has become international. It's not one person's anymore.
If you look
it's
at
shared.
okay,
I understand if I watch the whole thing. So I want you guys to watch the whole thing.
We're gonna watch the whole thing right now.
Because it took me that long to understand what's happening.
Every step, every sway. Beardos know the way. Hey.
We also have Ama.
So, Lucas,
Hey, what's going on, man?
what's up, man?
Oh, it's been a while.
You grew your beard?
No, I actually cut it from the last time I saw you,
Yes,
as opposed to when we did the video.
right.
That's
It's still kind of bushy. You know, it's too much beard for Beardos.
it's
True.
it's
Okay, so for the very first time, we have somebody on the couch.
Ama.
Hello.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
It's
we
a
like
girl.
girls. We like girls.
Yes.
They're good. Eh?
Girl, good. Hey, it's a girl. It's good. It's a girl.
Wow.
There's a girl on the couch. What do we do? How is words?
How is words?
Words, girl. Girl.
Woman.
Woman.
Wo-
Woman. Sorry.
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
Say hi to the people.
Alright.
Hello.
Ah, okay.
Hello.
So who are you? What's this? Who are you?
Who are you?
Yes.
You want the short version, the long version?
No.
You give us
Just the long version.
Just a long.
That's how women like it.
No. Nah.
Is it how women?
Because we're actually asking because we don't know. We have to actually.
We're talking about.
We're average. So we're
Story.
average. Story.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea. Okay, so my name is Amaryllis. Actually, I don't know how we say it in English.
It's the opposite of I'm a fakis. I'm a realist.
God damn it. That was.
I'm a
That
realist.
was good. No, I'm a realist.
I'm a realist.
I ain't fake.
I'm a realist. I'm
I'm
a
a
realist.
Oh, I'm a realist.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
I have no
I'm a realist. I don't know.
Amaryllis.
I'm a realist.
I'm a realist.
Amaryllis.
She's trying to be French. It's a fake French accent.
French name?
No,
No,
it's
I
fake
forgot.
French.
It's the name of a flower. I think it's Greek. Maybe Greek.
Actually, yeah, looking at the spelling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
like,
Greek.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself. Why are you on this couch?
Just
Huh?
ask me.
you.
Hey.
With the man did I
Yeah.
come here?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
You
summoned.
ask.
We needed a female dancer who's amazing at her craft.
Yeah.
And she appeared.
I am actually. I'm super excited. Oh, I haven't.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I'm super
I just don't have a beard. So I'm
Sorry, give it time. None of us have beards.
Listen, this man's gonna do some Photoshop and AI work
Yes.
after me.
Yes. If you like a beard, we keep you a beard the whole episode. It'll be like a
He'll
giant-
make you bald and have a beard.
Oh.
Actually, I have been bald.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
I do remember.
Yeah, I used to be bald.
That's a great look.
Me too.
Yeah.
You-
Oh,
I
okay.
used to be bald.
We used to be bald.
And
And
so
then I shaved some off. And then I'm bald again.
I'm confused.
It's okay.
I've only ever been bald.
Yes.
Like
That's not true.
I know.
That's not true.
Listen,
I've
we don't
seen
talk
the
about-
videos.
we don't talk about these days. Okay.
Oh
We'll
my
talk-
God.
Actually, I've seen you.
Yes.
When did you shave?
After he left me,
Yeah.
he was inspired.
When was that?
He was
I
like,
was like, actually, I was inspired by the fade
Mm.
because he had the fade going on, but he took my bald.
I did. I take his
He
bald.
took my back.
Okay.
It's nice bald. I was like, oh, maybe there's something nice under there.
It's easy. Maybe
How was
something
the
nice.
battle experience?
It was lovely. I loved it. It was easy. You just wake up, nothing to do. I don't know. Nothing to do.
I like it. I don't
Yep.
remember if
Yeah.
I had anything to do. with
No,
it.
when's the last? When did you go? When did you bald?
It would have been at least 8, maybe about 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
I was gonna go 6, 7. But
I know. He avoided the 6'7".
I didn't know. I did that to my physio today
Yeah.
because he was like, "Oh, how long did you something?" I'm like, 6, 7, no less.
What time do you get off work? 6, 7. Okay.
That's enough of that.
Okay.
That's enough of that. Yeah, it's been about 7, 8 years.
7, 8 years?
Yeah, I had the bun.
Oh,
Yes, you had
I had
but
the bun.
you had the bun, but you were losing everything.
I was losing everything. Yeah, lose what was going.
Do you know who Stanley Tucci is? Stanley's, what's his name?
Stanley Tucci.
Tucci.
Ah.
You're saying Gucci. Stanley
Gucci.
Tucci.
Who that?
Oh,
Who
I'll
dat?
show you.
Please.
If you look at it, I wanted to give you this comparison in your older videos. Have you seen?
I look like Stanley Tucci, you think?
Yes. Older videos. I'll tell you the comparison later.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Have you seen the movie Shall We Dance?
Yes.
Do you remember the dude in there who was like,
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, this is a side by side of what Lucas looks like.
This is in the panel that
This is
This
yes,
is gonna
somewhere.
yes, somewhere. Okay, it's gonna show.
yeah.
Okay, so the bald thing is that why?
Why do?
Why are you bald? Why are you bald?
Actually, I had done it when I was 19 years old
Okay,
because, in
I don't know. Do you know?
I mean, I'll tell you. I will tell you. I used to have my hair, what do you say, straightened all the time.
Okay.
And when you do that enough times, or texturize or whatever it is, your hair kind of burn. So I wanted to shave it off so I could grow back
Restart.
my natural hair. And then I moved to Australia, and growing my natural hair was too difficult. So I just shaved it.
Wait, why was it difficult to grow it in Australia?
Not to grow it, but to maintain it, to do, or, find the I was living in Sydney, so a little bit less diversity on that side. No products, to do braids and everything. I had to do it myself. And that's when I was dancing the most, like almost every day. So I didn't have the time to do the braids, which takes 8 to 12 to more hours.
Yeah.
No time to do all of that. And I was like, okay, I think I can rock the bald thing again. So I just did it and then kept it for I think 2017 till 2022.
That's a good chunk.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
The only two parts I could relate was
No braids?
No. You know what? The reason I lost a lot of my hair is because I have curly hair naturally. And I used to straighten it. But I was like wet hair straight to the iron.
Hair.
Like I would take a shower, dry it by towel, and straight into.
That burns.
That burns. I was like, my hair is oily enough to handle whatever, and I destroyed it. And I put so much chemicals in there to straighten it, and that it became brittle. Like literally, I'll have a shower, and especially if I also lose hair when I stress. So combine that, I will be in the shower, and it's like.
Why were you straightening it?
Because I thought, look, I think it might be. I always had curly hair. I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to grow it long. So when I grew it long, it would be like a terrible afro.
Yeah.
It's not like a petro afro. It's like a terrible
Mango mess.
Yes, it was a mess. But when I straightened it, I liked the feeling of having long hair. Maybe make a bun out of it or something.
Yeah.
So, but the problem was it was still kind of dry when I straightened it. So it kind of went like one of those. I'll show you photos.
Same.
But I had long hair. I was like, by the time the ends were all destroyed, dry, and I just wanted to, say that one point in my life I had long hair. That's it. That's it.
I used to say the same. I used to have long hair. I never straightened it because I didn't think I needed it at the time.
Yeah.
It had straight, but then curled at the at the bottom. So I had the ponytail. I was rocking the ponytail and the goatee.
I remember that.
Oh, you do remember it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was rocking that fucking style. I look like the guy from is it InSync? InSync?
No, you're giving yourself too much
Not
credit.
really.
It was a dud.
Like an Italian mafia guy.
Italian mafia guy.
I would stick to Stanley Tucci, but all right, it's okay.
Either way,
Yes.
that was dying in the ass because I used to also put braids because I loved putting braids like not even braids but like cornrows. Like cornrows.
So you appropriate black people's music and hair.
Exactly. Yeah.
You gotta get the full package.
Since I was into the rear of the bundas.
Oh,
You know what I mean? When I discovered black bundas.
yes.
Wait, you Latino?
Yes.
They got bunda too.
Yes. No, he's
Yes, but-
specifically black one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
at the time.
Where?
Latino
In
too.
Australia?
Yeah.
I know.
But no.
No.
I discovered it through
Music.
information.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you
I was gonna
Googled.
say, where did you find
Yeah,
it?
because it was my sister. My sister was
Ah.
into like R&B and stuff like that. So she gave me a lot of black culture from that.
Okay.
And it was like booty, 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 rocking everywhere. And I'm like, booty sounds like
That's
a
what they say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Booty, 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 rocking around.
No, bring it. That was the.
Down.
Oh, good.
Just
say
I'm
Oh, French. She's French.
Yeah.
You get it.
That's booty rock.
It's like the.
Yeah.
You learn stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the what's his name? Ah man, I'm. It's like shorty, you're my angel, you're my darling.
This.
Yes, that's
Yeah, I still say
yeah,
but that's the best.
That's the best way to sing it.
But yeah, the cornrows killed it. I think because of the pooling.
Oh yeah.
I was already had thing in anyway. I already looked like Vegeta in high school. So, I had
And
the-
so it was back there.
yeah.
It was completely
It
back
was
there.
already going. It was already going.
I think I'll be honest. Like when I had my hair the longest, I say if I'm going to have cornrows, I'll go to a black salon and ask for it.
Yeah.
And there was this like movie quality old black lady. There's like, boy, your hair can't handle it, and she just literally sent me away because I was thin and it was dry, and it said like any kind of pressure won't handle it.
Yes.
And because she said it, I was like, all right, she probably knows.
Oh, yeah.
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 But like, why did you feel like you needed? I noticed this a lot from, especially black.
Oh, is this a black
to
community?
straighten hair? I understand that this to keep this is so much work.
Yes.
But is that the reason or?
No, because back in the days in France, you would never see anyone with natural hair. I can't remember seeing anyone when I was a kid with natural hair, ever. If they had, no, actually they never had natural hair. If they had natural hair, it was shaved. But otherwise, never. And I think for my mom, maybe it was easier. But then the other thing is, I just wanted it because you see everyone having it. And I think it's also like, and the thing we used to say was, then I'll straighten it and then it's going to flow in the air. It was not.
Is it because of being French? Most of it European.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, this is a beauty standard.
Yeah. That's kind of, that it was the beauty standard until maybe 2007, 2008. Some women stopped straightening their hair. And then it became not a trend, but everyone was like, actually, I can do it. It's finding the tools to do it, but we didn't have the tools
Right.
to look after our hair like as natural, So actually, when I was not using chemicals, my mom used to use the
Hot iron.
the
like,
hot comb. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it on the stove,
Yeah.
heat it, and then
That's the old school,
Old school way.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm old.
As she said it, the old my
Yeah, that's right. A little bit, yeah. But do you feel like you'd ever go back to?
Oh, I've never ever because on like when you do the comb thing,
Yeah.
it's painful because it's hot, right?
Sure.
The chemical thing is painful. So I remember the last time I did it, I actually had to run off my mom, and I was 19 years old. I had to run away because I had grown my head enough that I could do the big shot. That's how I call it. You cut the straight hair, keep the curly hair. I had to run away from her. She was like, I'm going to do it because you need it. Like, I can't handle your hair like that. She did it. And then the next day I went and shaved her head. I'm never going back. I don't think any girl who's done this will ever go back. There's no way. Because it's a lot of money. It's damaging your hair, damaging your skin because you actually burn your scalp. It's not good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
There you go.
Don't do
You learn
it.
something.
Just don't do it. Listen.
Did you
don't do
think today you would, see a Beardos episode and we're talking about hair? Did you?
I didn't know we were going to talk about hair.
Why not?
No one speaks like that. That's not true. They don't speak like that.
But like, if you watching a French movie, you need to have the authenticity of
But we
over
don't
the
speak
top.
like that.
That's like watching a Mexican movie and everybody going, "Órale, mamma mia, ¿qué pasa?" But you have to do it because otherwise nobody understands them. It's Mexican.
My gosh.
It's like the Indian accent, like hello.
Oh, hello. I know how you're doing.
You know, nobody speaks like Apu. You know that?
true.
Can I be honest? That is so annoying to me. Because if they did the okay, guys, if you talk like this, then it's okay. It's an Indian accent. But I did it. How many times I did it? That is not there in any part of India. I don't know what that accent come from.
I actually really like your AI. I showed them
Yeah. I was like,
of me speaking
what
in
the
Hindi, and it's
Oh,
really
the,
funny.
the accent was so good in it, by the way.
That wasn't good.
like
that
I was. How was the Spanish one?
horrible. I hate it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like the Spanish I was speaking. Which Amma was saying the
yeah.
same about how
You know,
she-
because the way he speaks, when he speaks in another language, he just changes the way he speaks. But when you did the AI, it's like the same way he speaks in English, the same way in.
Yeah.
So it's
You
weird.
don't code switch. You
So
don't
you're like,
do-
oh.
It was a bit because it doesn't sound like the same Spanish as well.
Oh, that.
I feel like it's like double more.
How was it hearing me speak Spanish?
It felt good. It
Yeah?
sounded good. It sounded like that's probably what you'd sound like.
What accent is that? Is that like a Mexican accent? Is that a...
Nah. It says Spanish, but it doesn't even have the inflection. I was even almost confused, thinking it might have been Colombian at some stage, but it reminds me of Colombian, but it's not because I'm sure the Colombians saw that bit.
They'd be like,
He's gonna put it in. He's gonna put it in the video, and you can see it. But like, it sounded so far. Like it was pretty.
I think I was impressed by how quickly, because I think
Yeah.
in my native languages, sometimes I do speak very quickly.
Mm.
One second, sorry. Ooh, what's all this? Oh no,
You need to say that.
I don't know why.
Right.
Okay, so when I speak my native, I have a few native languages.
Yeah.
The one that is my mother tongue, we speak at a very high rate. We speak very fast. So in English, I have to slow it down. And I think subconsciously, when I'm in the podcast, I do speak very quickly. And when it translates to Spanish, I'm like, oh my God, this is like a rap song. I can't even. Oh, it's like, oh my God. So that's what I would sound like. Yeah. But I think I chose my accent.
How can you choose that? I thought it just.
No. I had plenty of options. I could have gone to so many, because I lived in multiple countries. You would pick up different accents.
Yeah.
Well, you only lived in Australia. That's probably why.
Yeah, but my accent's fucking weird. It's just a weird accent.
Yeah, but it's still kind of bogan, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah, fucking. It's like a Wogbogan Latino American. It's
It's a bogan.
but you don't how to say. Yeah, but you can't pick this kind of accent. Other than, like the closest you get is like a Wog accent.
Okay.
The closest.
I think you would mix it. I think I had the option to. I think in my mind, I wanted the same accent as the singers in songs, where it was generic enough, where it's understandable, but it's nice enough where it's not offensive, or you can't be like, oh, he's from this specific part of the world.
That's
So
very
I picked that.
intentional.
So now when I want to learn Spanish, I want to do the same thing. I want to have what the accent the singers are.
Right. Got it.
What singer?
Or anything Spanish. But although if I had a choice, I would like to have Antonio Banderas. You know, booze in boots.
Indeed.
I would like to have that code switch where I'm like, yeah, man, can I have?
I like how the face change.
Face goes into there.
Órale. ¿Qué pasa, mami?
Yes, ¿qué pasa? Mamita. You know, I want that break. Yeah. How about you? Would you like to choose an accent?
No. Just don't want to have the French accent when I speak English. That's it.
Okay.
Simple. That's it.
You know what's funny? Like I always watch in TikTok, sometimes there's like French people trying to speak English or French, but there'll be like this apps where you have to say good morning in different language. And then the French girl can't say the French one because there's so many different ways to say it,
Yeah, true.
but they can't get past it. And she's like questioning herself, am I French? What's going on? I'm saying it right.
Yeah, French good.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Well, I've got a question for you. Okay. Well, actually, I want more of a introduction to Amma. We want to know more about Amma in terms of how'd you get into dancing? Why Kizomba? Tell me why.
Okay. So how I got into dancing, when I think my first memory of dancing, I think I was 2 years old.
Okay, not that far back. Jesus.
No, but let me start.
You don't remember kicking it in your mom's stomach? Like,
Right? No. The first
Why am I a dog?
I don't know.
The first memory, I'm talking about the first memory because it was with my grandmother and with my aunties at my baptism.
You
And
feel
was
bad already?
Yeah, fair.
You feel bad already? Jumping in front
And
of
it
the story.
was a Michael Jackson song,
Okay, you know what?
Okay,
That is
forgiven.
why-
Everything's forgiven.
Everything is
right?
Yeah.
So that's the first memory, and I think I've just always danced. I've always danced since then.
What was the song?
Remember the time.
Okay.
And it's.
I was gonna
it's
say
a
you
good
should guess.
song.
Oh, we should have guessed.
We
You
should have
should've-
guessed.
Would you have guessed this one?
I mean, that was the sweet answer. I think I was going for a more funnier answer. Like, was it Thriller? Was it you and your grandma?
That would have been good.
That was in 92. So.
We don't
So
know.
with the town, that would be, okay. So yeah, so that was the first. That's the first moment, and I think I've always danced. I remember, like I was doing. My parents put me for tennis, my sister for dancing, and I was like, why does she get to dance and I get to play racket? So I stopped and went dancing as well.
Okay.
So I've danced ever since, and I was doing modern jazz. That's how we call it in France. And then I found out about I've done salsa as well because my parents love salsa.
Oh.
West Africa, they listen to a lot of salsa.
Can I just ask, what's the background
Hmm?
other than French?
Yeah, so I was born in France, and my parents are from Benin,
Uh-huh.
West Africa, so next to Togo, Nigeria, all this
And
stuff.
so, did they bring any of that dance or culture of their people to your child?
Yeah, but in Benin we've got more traditional dancing, and so it's mostly when we went there that I would say not necessarily see it in France.
Right.
But in saying that, my mom, I think when she moved to France, she found these people that were from the Caribbean, and she's been acquainted with them for ever since. And so when I was born, I've always known them. So my grandma is from Guadeloupe. So and my dad also loved compa and zouk. So just grew up with all those music, and that's something that West African love as well. Salsa, rumba, zouk, compa. They love all this type of music.
So a few gay ones, few nice ones. Yeah, but
Yeah. What?
That was good.
Yeah. Few ones to balance. So I just grew up with that, and
Sorry,
Just to get-
we here.
To give an inside joke,
Mhm.
apparently salsa is gay.
Is it gay?
Yeah.
You can't say that to African people.
I think I can say that to all the people equally.
Go for it. You see what answer you get.
I get that. So like, what? Is it gay?
Okay.
Yes, it is gay.
No, it is not gay.
Prove it.
How do you want me to prove it?
Exactly. If you can't prove it,
So how
then-
can you prove it's gay?
Hey, I asked the question.
There you go. So
Speaking of unevolved dancing, how's Kizomba going?
You saw.
he's on the
Good hammer, good hammer.
Yeah, no, and then what I was doing mostly Afro dancehall. Dancehall was one of my main style in France,
Mm.
as well as hip hop. I was doing locking and popping and all of that, as well as dancehall. And then I wanted to do a little bit of Kizomba because some of my friends in high school were from Angola. That's how I found out about Kizomba, to be honest. And also the Zouk music was starting to evolve. They were starting to include like Keisha, who was very famous at the time, was including a lot
Keisha
of
was back there?
Keisha.
No, no.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah.
Keisha? What's Keisha?
No, Keisha, the white girl.
Ah, no, Keisha.
Keisha.
Keisha. And it
Keisha with a
was
K.
No,
with
okay.
K-A-Y. And S-M-H.
So that would have been that would have been Zouk Love? Is that the genre of music back then?
So Zouk Love was very big, but he was starting to introduce more Angolan and more Cape Verdean artists.
Okay.
So the sound was starting to change a little bit.
Yeah.
And this guy, Nichols, who's from the Caribbean but loved Kizomba, was singing actual ghetto Zouk type of song.
Yeah.
So it was not it was not Zouk love anymore. It was
yeah.
kind of changing. And so I took a few classes for Kizomba, always on and off, on and off, dancing with my Cape Verdean friend, with my Angolan friend. And then when I moved to Australia, I was like, I'm never going to find Zouk because it's Australia, right? Where the Caribbean people are. Like, I won't find dancehall, I won't find Afro. So I was like, I just give up all of that. It's okay. And then I was living in Glebe in Sydney, and like right next corner to salsa something. What's the biggest school in Sydney with salsa? Kizomba, saying
It's Latin dance.
Latin
dance awareness, right? Latin dance Australia, yeah. LDA.
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 LDA. It was like 2 months. I had moved only for 2 months in Sydney, and they had a Kizomba workshop, and I was like, what the heck? And they also had a Zouk party after. But I didn't know it was Brazilian Zouk. I just saw Zouk. I had no idea about Brazilian Zouk. So I was like, Kizomba, Zouk, next door, let's just go. I did the Kizomba workshop, and then the girls was like, oh yeah, we have a Zouk party at night. I was like, yeah, I love Zouk. Don't worry about me. I'm good. She was like, you don't want to take the class? I was like, no, I'm good. Turned up to the party. I was like, what the heck?
Mind you, for people who don't understand original Zouk,
Oh, sorry.
I don't understand.
You don't understand.
Don't understand.
Don't understand.
Zouk love, is that a guy or a type of dance?
Zouk, Guadalupe and Zouk is different to Brazilian Zouk Lambada. It's not the same. It's not same. It's different. Why is different?
Well, I think Brazilians they know the difference because basically they were dancing lambada and then they got introduced to Kassav, love the music. Zouk là, c'est ça médicament ni. They say zouk, 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 zouk all the time. They use the music, the dance evolved, and then that's the short version, right? But that, and actually very funny, Brazilian people, those who dance zouk, a lot of them know zouk love and zouk retro a lot. Like, I remember some Brazilian people coming to Australia. I was driving then and I was listening to zouk. They were singing the song. I was like, how do you know this song? They were like, girl, we dance Brazilian zouk. And I was like, yeah, but what's the point? Like, what's the link?
Yeah.
I had no idea what the link is. And that's when they explained to me.
Yeah, you see that?
I think I know less up to that conversation.
Has that confused you?
Yes, it's more confusion than less.
More confusion. Why are you confused?
Okay. So Zouk originally was from... Oh, we don't talk about it?
Yeah, it's from Guadeloupe and Martinique, French Caribbean islands.
And then it evolved?
No, it didn't evolve.
No. The Brazilians looked at it. I think they were just like, because of the music of Kassav was so popular around all around Africa, around everywhere. It was so popular that even Brazilians were looking at it. They were dancing lambada
Okay.
on the music.
It's
Oh,
actually
see, they were doing the dance style with this music.
Yeah.
exactly.
And that became Brazilian
And
Zouk.
over time it evolved. It's just over time,
The lambada evolved
Into...
It's that but
Brazilian
sensual,
Zouk.
Yeah.
right?
Don't bring my people into it.
I
Yeah.
have to bring it up.
That's called evolution. We'll talk about it. About dancing that don't evolve.
Yeah.
So what's Zouk love?
Zouk love is basically Zouk, but like the original Zouk, it's been called Zouk because the Kassav, for example, was playing their music, which was not Zouk. Originally, it was just music.
Okay.
They were playing their music in parties, and in the Caribbean, parties are called Zouk. And because it was the most popular music being played in the Zouk, people started to call it the Zouk, like Zouk music.
Okay.
And and right now we have the genre retro Zouk, which is the old Zouk, and then Zouk love, which is new Zouk, like new school, more modern, like less instruments, very slow.
Okay.
Lovely.
Oh, that's why Zouk love. Oh, okay. It's like how
so
salsa tried to evolve and call it like what was it? Was it sensual salsa? What's the thing?
Sensual salsa?
Whoa. You guys haven't heard that yet, huh? It's coming.
What?
There's a genre, sometimes they call it salsa romantica.
Oh, that's
But
the one that... No.
old.
This is new. This is just happening now.
No.
But yeah, I mean, remember the time salsa tried to evolve? This is one of those times, romantica salsa. Right. Oh my god. Anyway.
He's really trying to piss off the
Hey,
salsa.
listen.
He's-
Listen.
he's-
Come at
Put
me,
him
bro.
like-
I don't care. Bring your dazzling costumes at me.
That's the other thing. It's just the dazzling costumes he's got issues.
Yeah.
If it was ballroom, mate, you would have a bad time.
Hey, at least they call it ballroom. It's just a room.
But it's just a room.
It's just a room.
They call it.
You dance it in there?
You
In
know
the ballroom?
you know their samba it doesn't look anything like samba.
What?
They have a dance called samba.
Okay.
Which one, the Gefier?
No, in ballroom. In ballroom.
They've got a samba.
In ballroom, they have a rumba, they have a samba, they have all these genres, salsa.
They have a Roomba, they have an apartmenta, they have a
But it
subleta.
doesn't look like the street styles. They just took it and then they made it gay. They made it way gay.
Oh wow, you can make salsa more.
Flor gay.
Oh.
We say flor de gay.
I don't
Reggae.
see gay in salsa. Also, I don't know what makes it gay. You need to explain to me.
You gotta watch the episode
Yeah,
with.
go back to our episodes. We have
Yeah,
a
Pedro,
whole-
do that.
Watch the episode with Pedro and then
Yeah.
we'll watch
Okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Salsa's gay.
Mhm. She admits. We're gonna take just that.
No, no, no.
just that clip. Just that clip.
just that
That's right.
cut.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
come
you.
back for that. I'll come back just to prove you wrong.
Okay.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
If anything, I should be proving him wrong, but I like the rants.
Yeah, that's me too. I don't really care. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
it pisses off the salsa people. It's a win-win.
It's a good thing that we're not a salsa podcast.
Yeah.
That we have.
Yeah. So you therefore even because of lack of other styles in Australia, you ended up with Kizomba.
No, I think I went there because I thought I'm not gonna dance zouk. That's the closest. I like the music. I always loved the music. Kizomba and ghetto zouk. I really loved those two music styles. So I was like, oh, let's just go this one time. And then I met people, and I ended up peer pressure to go to another event. Next minute, I was going to Kizomba every night.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Who was teaching back when you were?
There was someone we can't tell the name.
Ah.
There was
It's okay.
Two
We are
French
out of time
people.
anyway, yeah.
two French people, Yoni and Olivia, and Eric and Coral. Coral's not French, but Coral was teaching as well at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to know is now, what made you become a Kizomba teacher? How did that come? From learning, from discovering it back in Sydney? How did Amma beat this?
Actually, there was no
Salsa dancer?
Calm down with the salsa, bro.
Salsa so much.
You just said salsa's gay. Insert clip here.
I did not say that.
Okay.
I just
anyway, geez,
repeated what he said.
Hey.
I actually never wanted to teach Kizomba. Like, that was something I liked, dancing.
Feels.
I just love the dance. I love the dance. I love the dance. I love just dancing. And then
Did you always teach, or were you all
No,
early
no,
student?
no,
This
no,
is the first time.
I started teaching Kizomba in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. And what happened is I took a private with Effie at Kizomba Festival. And I was just, for me, it was always about learning more and just keep on growing and, doing my best. And Yannick, I think, also discussed with that girl, with Effie, who was a teacher at the festival. And he contacted me and he was like, yeah, spoke with her. And another dancer, Andy, who traveled with her. And she was like, they were like, we should teach together. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to teach. I don't want to teach.
That's a very Amma.
The main reason is there's too much drama in Kizomba. And also I didn't feel like it's not my culture in a sense. It's part of my culture because I've danced Kizomba for so long now that it's part of what I do. It's part of who I am and things like that. But it's not my culture. I didn't create Kizomba. I'm not from Angola. I don't, I was like, I don't know anything about Kizomba to go and teach the people something I don't I don't know enough. But at the same time, Yannick was like, and I was like, also like Yannick was dancing urban keys at the time.
Right.
And I was like,
I can't even figure that.
my friends, he used to dance urban keys. Now it's like so out of his body. When he does it, it's like, "Ooh, what are you doing?"
Wow.
But he used to dance urban keys, and I was like, I'm not teaching urban. Like, no, I like to dance it, but that doesn't resonate with who I am. So
Just on a tangent,
Yeah.
because you were with the teacher that we shall not name,
yeah,
his style was urban. So you were learning that before Kizomba, or were you adding that to what you
No,
learned in
actually, you know what? I started because I started learning in France. So
Yeah.
I learned samba, a little bit of samba because my friends were from Angola. So what they danced was samba
Yeah.
and tarashinha. Tarashinha was my thing. Ay, that was my thing. Because it was close to Zuklov, you know, that was my thing. But then in France at the time, they were teaching what we now would call Kizomba fusion, mostly. So that was what I was learning. But again, you know, like I took the class with you, Urban Keys, yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like Urban Keys. I love dancing Urban Keys as a follower, but I'm not like, you know, it's not something that's big enough that I want to go and learn
Sure.
to be like, you know,
As a leader or as a follower?
as before as a follower because I didn't understand the dance. Not that I understand, I like it as a follower. As a leader, I'm like, oh,
It's a lot
you
of
guys
work.
do a lot of you guys do a lot of
Yeah.
work. I respect because it's a lot to think about.
Can I go back a little bit where you said you felt like you can't teach because it's not your culture?
It's a culture.
It was interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, that's quite interesting because I mean, I come from a place where I have my culture, but I don't feel bad learning from another culture because to me, I will never say like I am doing like this is mine. I just think there comes to a point to me that certain dances get to a point when it becomes for everyone.
I get that, but also I'm African, and in Africa, in Africa and in the Caribbean, I think the culture has been stolen so much.
Yeah.
There's a certain like I can't talk for all of the black people in the world, but I feel like
no. Yes, you can. I've given you permission.
I'm not going to. But I feel like there's some sort of, I want to say respect, but it's not the right word. I'm gonna say respect, but it's not the right word.
Okay.
It's like this is your dance. Like I want, like, you know, when I go into Kizomba Paris, I want to dance your dance because I knew people from there and they were showing me and I just loved it. Like I don't mind going and learning something from another culture. I actually don't mind at all. But the teaching part was like, why am I like, I don't know how, at the time, I didn't know how the Kizomba came about, why people were dancing Kizomba. I didn't know anything about the culture to go and say, I'm going to go and teach people how to do Saida and whatnot, you know?
So how did that
How
did that change?
So it changed because we spoke with Yannick, and I was like, I don't want to do urban keys. He was like, okay, so he's like, I don't want to do urban keys anymore. Let's just focus on Kizomba and Samba. And I learned also a bit more, I was learning a bit more about the dance and things like that. And what I recognized is there was not, at the time, there was no one else that was solely teaching Samba.
Yeah.
And there was also no black people teaching Kizomba and Samba.
Yeah.
And my problem, I had a problem with that because it is an African dance and you don't see African people dancing it.
Right.
And I wanted to have more people from the African diaspora, from the Caribbean to dance Kizomba. And sometimes when you see it, that's, you know, you need to see it to feel like you can do it, even though it's, you know, it's basically from your territory, but you don't see it. So I wanted
You wanted to represent it.
I wanted to represent it, and also I thought, because that's how I started teaching Afro as well. It was a way for me to train it more and to learn more and to be responsible. And I think I don't know for other culture, but as Black people, we have that's my personal opinion. We have a duty to represent ourselves.
Yeah.
No matter what that means. And the other part is when I was gonna say yes to teach Samba, it had to be in a way that makes sense. I didn't want to be like, it's still not my culture and I don't want to be making money like that. I wanted to impact the dance.
Yeah.
It was to impact the dance and also get people to want to go and learn from Angolans.
Yeah.
Or people from the culture.
Yeah, we wanted to share.
So that
you wanted to represent.
Exactly.
Can I just say, I agree and disagree with that point in general, because I think with cultural dances in general, it becomes minutia in the end, in the sense of you could be like, this is this people's dance. And if you ask those people, like, well, it's the people in this area of the land. And then it becomes this one party that it originated with this one singer. It can go down to that. So as much as I think you use the right word, respect, or like an homage to where it's done, and you have like a understanding of where it came from. But I think at some point, when it gets to a point where it has spread, I'll put it in another way. It's, I think, from my culture in India, we have plenty of stolen stuff. We have plenty of stuff that was borrowed. But I think I still see, if somebody goes to India or here, wears an Indian dress, I don't go, take it off. You know what I mean? There's a certain, like,
Yeah.
it's the opposite. It's like, if I would think, like, a Spanish person, Spanish person watching somebody do bachata, South American person watching somebody do bachata,
Yeah.
they would think like, hey, they're dancing my dance. Yes? But
Yeah.
at the same time, to agree with you, it is sad if no South Americans danced their dance. Does that make sense?
I can understand, because there's a lot of, to give you to sidebar it a little bit,
Yeah.
right? The Uruguayans here
Yeah.
don't do much.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah.
We don't do, our people don't do much. There's so little of our people here in Melbourne, at least in Melbourne. So there's a small pocket of people who might do our culture's form of dance and drumming. I do it because, one, I love it, and it's been, since I was little, and I have the ability to do it, and I wanted to push it out there. But if I saw another group, this is a good question.
Yeah.
If I saw an Australian, like a puro white Australian, blonde hair, everything, doing candombe, I'll be like, as long as you do it right. As
Yeah,
long
but
as
then
you
who
do it
define? I think, would you go, that's offensive?
No, I
Would
wouldn't
you
be
go-
offended. I would be like, well, one, fucking thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for, because our people aren't fucking doing it.
Yeah.
But are you doing it right?
I agree. I also think if an Uruguayan wants to learn, that should be encouraged. No? So like, and I'll say from the other side too. Can I just, sorry, I'm gonna sit here a little. There's a lot of Indian dances that I find boring. But when some other culture takes it, I go, oh, good on you. Because I'm not doing it. But I didn't want to be restricted from learning somebody else's culture
I think
either.
we also need to see culture is not just the dance. Like,
Sure.
like some Uruguayan not doing the dance doesn't mean that they are not Uruguayan. They still
Of course.
living the culture in their own way.
Yeah.
You took the dance as the part that you wanna bring out and share with the people, but not everyone has to do. And Angolans have got a history that is very difficult and that is very recent. It's not old enough. It's not old enough for people, for all of them to be like, oh, I'm going out and just gonna share my culture with everyone. Like salsa it's been so many years that it's out. Kizomba is not so old, and the freedom of Angola is not so old either that they are
Able to
do all of it.
Yeah.
So and I'm also not saying that it's not good that someone else from another culture, but that, like you said, if they're doing it right. At the time I was like, who am I? Like, what would I go and teach? Like, I haven't learned. I was feeling like I had not learned enough.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can dance, but have I learned enough to represent? Actually, it's not even represent. I'm not trying to represent the Angolans, but do I know enough, and am I doing it right enough to go and teach other people about someone else's culture?
Yeah.
Like it's not my culture. What would I?
I want to say all the good teachers had that struggle. I think all of us, I would say, okay, all of us, I'm putting myself in there, are good teachers. I think I had the same struggle when the first time I was asked to do bachata. I'm like, I don't know. But then I went and learned. And now I feel like I'm part of that culture too. You can't kick me out because I don't look like you. And I also think it's like as long as you pay homage
Yeah.
to the older, like where it started, you can make it whatever you like it to be, but you start from doing it right.
Actually, I have a take on that. You actually can't make it whatever you want it to be because it's not your culture. Like I actually spoke with someone that also should not tell the name because has problem. But
They have a lot of problem.
It did say something that's very interesting. Only the people from the culture can evolve that dance. If you decide to make bachata something completely different, I don't think it's not legitimate anymore because it's not your dance. You can do it. You can.
I think I come from a place where none of it's legitimate.
I don't
None
know.
of it's legitimate. There's no legitimate style to anything. This is probably why I have so much hate for salsa too, because they all think like this one way of dancing is the only way. I believe in freedom when it comes to that.
This is also not what I'm saying. It's also not. I'm not saying there's only one way to do things, but I believe that the people from the culture, when it's a cultural dance, if we talk about sensual bachata, for me it's not even bachata anymore.
See, but then so that's what I mean. So
Facts.
for somebody,
Facts. High facts.
I'll come back in a second. For me, it doesn't matter because somebody might call it not legitimate, but if there are thousands of people dancing it by itself is legitimate.
Okay, legitimate in the sense that it exists. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm saying it's not part of the culture anymore. Like urban keys is not part of the
the
Angolan
culture is
culture.
not part of the culture anymore. The culture has become
do you mean?
international. It's not one person's anymore.
If you look
it's
at
shared.
okay, let's take the example of Kizomba and Samba. Kizomba and Samba are danced in Angola. People dance tarashinha in Angola. Do you see Angolans in Angola dancing tarasho and urban keys?
I wasn't there. I don't know. Is that
They don't. They don't. No, it's not even a tricky because they didn't create it. It's not their dance. It's not part of their culture anymore. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
but you can go to South Korea and you can see Kizomba dances.
But that's part of their. It's Kizomba dancers, and they're dancing Kizomba. They're not.
But they would have
South Korea doesn't dance Kizomba. Sorry,
really?
South Korea. That's urban kiss.
still. So what's urban kiss then?
Well, mate, this is gonna be the next
Video, yeah, okay. We're gonna break this Kizomba thing because I'll be honest, I don't understand it either.
Then that's
Let's break it down.
Let's break it down. Ki?
the timing.
What?
Ki?
Key?
Zomba.
Kizumba?
Ki?
Kizumba?
Is it Kizomba? Kizumba?
I really hate it when people say Kizumba because it's not Zumba for starters.
So it's
No,
not Kizumba.
It's not Kizumba.
So I'll know you more if I call it Kizumba.
If you yes, you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You fucker.
You can say it's Kizomba.
Kizomba.
Kizumba. Kizumba.
But there is a difference between Kizomba and urban kids. There's a massive difference.
Hold on. Before you go there.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
So I thought Kizomba or Kizumba, however you want to call it,
Kizomba.
I thought it was like the general name for everything. It's not?
It kind of become like that,
It's
but it's
kind
not.
of yeah. It is, but it isn't.
Okay.
We in the scene put Kizomba as an umbrella for multiple styles that pertain from it.
Okay. That's me opening the umbrella. What's this?
What is this?
Yes.
So we say Kizomba, but it's not all. All right. Even when we, especially for Amma and myself, because we're both very not traditionalists, but we respect our styles. We know our stuff. So when we say Kizomba, when we want to dance Kizomba, we're thinking about the
Kizomba.
Kizomba,
The dance and the music.
of Angola specifically, but also of the Palop countries.
Okay. So before we get here,
You
what's-
just wanted that.
what's outside the umbrella?
Semba.
Okay.
Even though in a
Yeah.
Kizomba party you will play Semba, we wouldn't say Semba is a Kizomba style because it's not.
Okay.
It's Semba's before.
Yeah.
And generally, a lot of Kizomba people, like Angolans especially, sometimes they won't even have much of a difference between their Semba and Kizomba. It's almost.
Okay.
Even when I was doing my training with Pechu, back in the day, he was the guy that you went to see, and he lives in Portugal. Angolan, one of the old ones. He had a funny little quote in his document saying, Kizomba is very strangely similar to Semba, and it's like strangely, it's kind of the same. It's the in terms of the structure, not the feel, but the structure is
Of
more
the song of the dance.
of dance. We're talking about dance,
Okay.
not the music.
Okay.
Music can be
Okay.
wildly different.
So Semba,
Hey,
Kizomba.
hey,
Okay. What's
So
What's
so
the-
now, so
Okay.
now, right, in the umbrella, at least
Sorry, before you continue, just to know that Semba came before Kizomba.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to
It's
explain.
me touching on the
So
details.
Semba, and then you open your umbrella.
Then you open your umbrella, yeah.
Okay. So
we don't
it's
even-
the evolution of Samba?
With
I'm just throwing shit at this point. That's fine.
I want to say one of them, like one of
Okay.
them, because again, the music changed, and I think like with cultural dances and music, when the music changes, people start dancing differently.
Okay, fair.
It's kind of like what happened with Zouk in terms of the people called the Zouk a party,
Yeah.
and they named the dance. Kizomba had the same idea. Kizomba, actually, the musos like Eduardo Paim, which is the guy that they coined. He didn't coin it, but apparently his drummer coined it. But that's this is a different fact. Anyway, I could go on and ramble about it. But his band and him coined the term Kizomba as just this para,
Okay.
just like most.
In Kimbundu, the language in Angola, they just call Isak Zouk. They were calling Zouk the party. Kizomba is the party.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
now Kizomba becomes the party where you dance Kizomba.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
But even then, like for what I remember from my maestros, they were saying that the Kizomba party, they play all the music. Doesn't matter. They play salsa. They play Latin stuff. They play every hip hop, R&B, whatever.
I think to understand in African Caribbean culture, a party, no matter how you call it, will always have, it's never one style.
I
So
see.
it's very strange when you go to a bachata party to just dance bachata, or to go to a Kizomba party and just dance Kizomba, urban keys and all of that. Because over there, like,
Everything's I see.
I would go to a Zouk party and we would listen to hip hop, dancehall, compa, all of that. And then we get maybe 30 minutes of Zouk love, 30 minutes of retro Zouk, you know, like, it's just
Okay.
listen to
So
it.
there's a big theme, but they're playing a lot of different stuff,
Okay.
right? And that's
But how we know Kizomba as a dance style
Hmm.
is that is there different styles in it? What are the styles? What do we do with it?
Look, in terms of what I know for Kizomba to be, I know that the differences in the Palop countries have their own minute thing. Cabo Verdean dancers will dance different to Angolan dancers.
Okay.
Yeah, because the music is also different.
Okay.
They have their own version. They don't necessarily call it Kizomba, but it's kind of what fudged it a little bit. I remember a Cabo Verdean teacher was telling me back in the day when they were, because they were the majority teaching Kizomba in Portugal.
Okay.
So they called it Kizomba because it was more Angolans, and that's how they would bring people. So they would call it Kizomba, even though their dance specifically.
So use the name to get people to come to the thing in a way. Okay. So then what happened?
And
And
then what happened?
And then what happened?
So what had happened was, obviously, you're getting different music. The music is what again
Drives the dance.
drives. Cabo Verdeans are very good with music, so they make like some of the most popular music, which is the ghetto zouk. I think at the time, Tarashinha was doing pretty well, but ghetto zouk I think is what was selling.
And the other thing, like for example, in France specifically, because I know for France, there's a lot of Cape Verdean over there.
Okay.
A lot of them. Like I remember where I was living, so many Cape Verdean, and there's also a lot of Caribbean.
Okay.
And they would blend the music, so that got the music even more popular.
Okay.
You know, like so it's all the mix when people travel and things like that create something different. And at the start, maybe you don't know how to call it, so you keep the same
Name.
name.
But different
then,
style.
exactly. But then over time, it changes the way you dance also, because
You also have to realize that like dancers don't have the same mentality as musicians. The musicians don't give two shits about what the fuck. They want to make music.
Right.
They don't care. It's like
Yeah.
and also Kizomba artists will start making hip hop, and you don't know why, and like
no attitude.
Makes
They don't
sense.
care. We're
still a
the
Kizomba artist.
dancers are the ones who
Decide
anal. We're the anal ones. But what is it? But we'll do whatever.
Okay.
You know? So obviously everybody had to break that shit down. This is why what I feel Kizomba fusion turned into a thing.
Okay. Go back a bit more. What is Tarashina? What's all that?
Sorry.
Listen, the Tarashinha stuff. The Tarashinha is is the meat and potatoes of the movement of and connection that people misinterpret Kizomba to be. They a lot of people going, I want to do all this sensual dub, and then it's like, but it's not necessarily Kizomba. What you're hyper focused on is Tarashinya.
Okay.
What I knew back in my time
Okay.
is a lot of people wanted the body rolls, bundas, and even there's no body roll, but all the butt stuff.
Yeah.
All the butt stuff.
Okay. But shaky stuffy is Tarashinya.
The Tarashinya.
But it's a branch. It's a
Again, it's not Kizomba.
It's not Kizomba, and it's not coming from Kizomba music originally.
Oh.
It's coming from Kuduro.
Oh, I don't
So
know.
Kuduro is like
It's
you would
the
put it in
noise
the Afro.
when you do cold. Kuduro. Sorry.
It should be. No, we're not at this.
Okay, yeah.
It's like you would put it in the Afro dance. You know, the ones that you dance by yourself.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Before you have Afro house.
I
you
like
take
how
Kuduro.
this is the Afro. This is
Not
the
the
sun.
pickup.
Afro
Before
dance, okay.
before Afro house, you have Kuduro,
Okay,
and when you slow down Kuduro,
it becomes
you
Tarashinya.
get this beat that is very, because Kuduro is also very, it's not so instrumental, it's electronic electronic sound.
Oh,
So Tarashini, when you look at Samba, that is very
So,
instrumental.
yeah.
Kizomba is still instrument at the beginning. It's very instrumental. Tarashinya is like electronic music that has been slowed down so much that you just get those very slow. You just it's slow. You cannot go fast.
Okay.
There's no way you go. I don't know how you would do it.
Okay.
Some people say it was by accident,
Okay.
It might be by accident.
but sometimes it was just accident. They had it slow and it sounded good, and people were like, oh.
Yeah.
And it was all these kind of bumping, grinding type of vibe.
Gotcha,
It's fine. Now it's obviously done in a way that is technical.
Only in Occidental countries, because in Angola, in Africa, if you play Tarashinya or if you play Zouk, we don't care. We just dance the way we dance. You know.
Okay.
If
It's
you have
club-
to bump
it's
it
club.
on- Yeah, it's clubs. It's
Club
club
music.
music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the hold back in the day was called club hold, which was just the go
Yeah.
hold. That's
You were cool.
This was back in the day. Was club hold, at least what I was told. But
Okay. So that's Tarashinya. What's Tarashor?
that is what. Okay, before we get to Tarasho, we need to understand the rest of the stuff. So Tarashinya was already kind of there,
Okay.
and is an element used in the umbrella of Kizomba. So if the Kizomba party on,
Because the music also evolved to include a bit more slow movement like that. So Tarashinya became somehow
In there.
involved,
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
but it's not. It's like a distant cousin, not even a cousin, because there's no foundational steps that even connect. But
Cousin shouldn't be doing that.
yeah,
I guess.
So that's all fine.
Yeah.
Right, but then so what had happened was,
Yes.
I think we got to go back to Portugal because in there they start to popularize Kizomba. Already, they start to make the difference based on the name that Cape Verdeans were doing. Before Kizomba fusion was a thing, you had these Cape Verdeans who implemented their own suaveton,
Okay.
right? So you had guys like Kwenda Lima, who was a big OG back in the day. He used to add elements of tango.
Okay.
We had some contemporary from Avalino, all these other guys, Elio Santos. And then you had even some Angolans were adding, and I remember Petro saying this to me. He say, the moment you add Tarashinya into your Kizomba, it's already fusion
It's two different styles.
because they're two different styles.
Okay.
So the moment you add something,
Okay.
it's already become a different style.
All right.
Which is natural because everyone, and that's why I'm saying it comes also from the source from Angola. They're influenced by so many other dance style and other music style. And we were talking about Michael Jackson, how Michael Jackson influenced everyone in this world. That influenced Kuduro, that influenced Afro House, that influenced all sorts of dances in Africa, in Latin America, in the U, everywhere, you know? So I think like the influences that you see either on TV or when you travel, that will impact also the dance. And that's how you get fusion because those people maybe, how did they come to dance tango? Who knows?
Yes.
You know? Okay, to mix it together is because that's something they were already doing.
And
Perhaps
they
they're getting mixed together.
Okay.
The thing is, it's funny because it's kind of what called, and we're gonna come back to this in a second, but it's kind of what called the attention of a lot of Europeans is making this style of fusion, is giving them context
to something they know.
There's something they know.
Okay.
And it's kind of selling it to the Portuguese, it's selling it to the other Europeans, and then eventually your fusion starts getting different elements. You start getting people like Albia,
Okay.
who back in the day added more hip hop stuff.
Right.
Because that's something he was already doing.
Gotcha.
He was from that time. He was in bachata. He was a bachata instructor.
So
as
then
well.
that became so. Can I just ask? So is fusion a mix of all of them, or a fusion is something that you have a base of Kizomba and then you
Exactly.
the parts of the music you throw in
Exactly.
whatever.
The issue that you get is some people, when you come to class, if the teacher is not telling you, I'm doing Kizomba fusion, fusioning this and this,
Yeah.
you don't know. So you just do it.
You think it's
And you think it's Kizomba.
You think, and
And
I'll be honest, I'm that guy.
yeah.
Because
That's from the teacher. It comes from the teacher. Right?
But look, even if the teacher says because we don't know these other styles, it's so hard because, like I said, even with all this discussion, I'm still like, oh my god, there's so much, like there's so much history, there's so much parts that at some point, isn't everything a little bit of fusion already?
But that's why I'm saying that's why you need Angolans or people who really understand the culture to explain, because they are the people who created the original dance.
Yeah.
So they know to recognize what's the actual dance
Yeah.
from what is different.
Yeah.
And they can explain a lot of the time. Maybe they don't know, not like, not that they've not done the research. Sometimes you just know because you can see the way that person dance, they mix this and this together, And that's why we need
Education.
the education, but the education needs to come from the right place, not as in I'm teaching you what is this, and so therefore telling you you're wrong and blah blah blah. But it's educating you to think,
Yeah.
why am I doing this?
So it's
We'll talk about that.
Yes.
Sorry, we cut you off. I want to go back to
Don't
that.
you fucking cut me off.
Cut. Whenever I want. Snip, snip. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Because I want to go dive deep into
The stage.
that part of it. Continuing back into the types, because
The show and
so now we branched out these are the parts you can in. Okay, we're going to Guitar Show.
No.
Urban Kiss
No,
first.
Okay,
Urban
Urban Kiss. Okay.
So what happened is that obviously people are getting more into their fusion,
Okay.
and eventually you get some people who want to branch out and do. I wouldn't necessarily call it a completely different dance. I would say it is an evolution of Kizomba fusion dance. Okay, so they start to isolate certain part and create this dance, and it wasn't called Urban Kids. Nobody just kind of coined it that. It's just because there was an uproar because people were still calling it Kizomba.
Okay.
That's the problem.
So
So Kizomba Fusion became Urban Kiss. Did I miss that?
If we simplify it, that's
If you
pretty much what
simplify it,
it
yeah.
Yes, I like simplifying.
but
Especially thousands years of culture. I love simplifying.
it is a simplification, but in the sense, yes, because then you have these people who mostly in Paris have created Urban Kids as a structure,
Right.
and essentially what they're doing is they're using urban moves in a Kiz like fashion.
I think it's for me, it's very funny because for me, Urban Keys initially is still Kizomba Fusion. Because those people who changed the way of dancing Kizomba also looked at the music being different. Because when they started blending R&B or pop song with Kizomba, the flavor is completely different.
Yeah.
And if those people who started dancing differently were coming from hip hop or whatnot, the dance would evolve into that direction. But then at some point, it was very hard to pinpoint where the moves, the extra things were coming from.
Okay.
And you lost, and if you lose completely the flavor, I feel like if you lose the flavor, the original flavor of Kizomba, then it's not Kizomba anymore because you don't have the same feel.
Yeah.
Kizomba is dancing a circle.
Yeah.
Urban Kids is dancing a line.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I want to.
So let's go to that again. Sorry. Okay. Go. Because she was getting to the point where so what's the difference between Urban Kiss and Kiss Fusion? And that?
So here's what I want to do.
Okay.
Here's my meat and potatoes.
Okay.
Okay. We actually saw this video recently. We're gonna come back to it in a second, but we watched this video of what evolution of Urban Kids was, and I have I have a nitpicky thing
Yeah.
about those differences. Here's the thing. For me, Kizomba Fusion is you are still grounded adding fusion elements. Urban, however, doesn't have the same grounded feeling.
Okay.
They're starting to bring it in a little bit.
At the beginning, still had it, but then over time,
Yeah.
completely lost
But
it.
at the start, you remember people like Ina,
Mm.
Moon, these people had no groundedness. Everything was quite upright. Everything was floating.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
This is and I want to come back to this in a sec. The first guy I saw Urban Kids for me was a guy called Inuel.
Mm-hmm.
Inuel. He's not a part of the Urban Kids
Creators.
creator, but he is.
Okay.
He's kind of low key because he had to fight these other people, and then
What?
well, yeah, he's just having issues with some people. There's a people having fights all the time, so he's not popularized in this realm, but he has exact. I'll show you a video from back when I started teaching, 2013, and it's exactly how we dancing urban kids in lines, floaty, but they're not the same like someone like, let's say, Felician and Isabel.
No.
They still keep, even though they're doing isolated moves, you can still see it's very close. They don't isolate as much in terms of a person being here or there. That's very urban lines. I feel Kizomba Fusion still sticks to foundational Kizomba,
Right.
adding its bullshit. Urban is like just lines, having its like, yeah, there's some kids in it. You still have cha-cha, you still have Sahida, but the feeling is
It's completely different. But because also like I don't think it would not feel good to do urban keys on a kizomba music at all.
Okay.
It would
Okay.
feel awkward.
I understand now. I understand if I watch the whole thing. So I want you guys to watch the whole
I'm
thing
gonna watch the whole thing right now.
because it took me that long to understand what's happening. Okay. Okay.
Just like that.
So we covered most of the stuff.
Yeah.
I know Tarashino, sexy, 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 boom, boom, boom. What's Tarasho? I thought it was showy Tarashino is Tarasho, right?
That's a very simplification of it, but yeah, more.
I simplified things?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you want to know what Tarasho, the
No,
name?
thank you.
The
yes,
name.
Yes, please.
Tarasha Osteo. That was the original name.
Oh, Osteo, is that the last second name? Family?
That was Tarasha Osteo.
What is that?
Steele was the guy who coined or made
Oh, Osteo is the name for dude.
the guy.
When?
Yeah, his name was Osteo, no?
No,
No?
I don't think so. I think it's because of all the movements of the back.
The Osteo?
Yeah.
Like
Or maybe because you need
like
an osteopath.
osteoporosis?
Maybe because you need the osteopath.
somebody
after
told
you
me
dance
that
it.
it
I have no idea.
Okay.
Somebody told me it was
This is
his name.
very.
I
Oh,
get-
it was his name.
Well, somebody said a name, but maybe you're right. It sounded like that's what it was. Because
Okay.
the first time I heard it,
Maybe
Osteo
there was.
sounded
Maybe
like-
there was.
Clearly, it didn't have any use. That's why they took it out.
No, that's why they make it Tarasho.
Oh, what?
Tarasha Osteo. Tarasho.
Oh, osteo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there is no tarasho in terms of music. There's no tarasho music.
It's only a dance style.
It's only a dance style onto tarashinha or tarasha-esque
What's
music.
Tarasha?
Tarasha is more like a very heavy tarashinha style.
Some people would argue that Tarasha doesn't exist, but I say Tarasha exists because I remember dancing it. Nor am I dancing it if it doesn't exist.
I've danced plenty of things that doesn't exist.
Maybe also I was just.
The thing is tarashinha has its own, like, the music. There's so many variants of it. It's not just your typical just beat and sound of
It's
a
all
baby
predictable.
crying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or bed creaking. This is
It's
the
not going off.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not
okay.
like you can pretty much count anything that an Angolan musician does that sounds in that modern vein. That should be more or less any remix, any blah blah. If an Angolan kind of messed around with it or gave it that kind of vibe, that's not ghetto zouk. For me, it's already tarashinho.
Okay.
So Tarasho.
Yes.
With tarasho,
Yes.
there are specific music genres that fit it better.
Okay.
Now I think they're starting to do more of a douceur. Oh, we'll look into douceur. We say it a lot better than I do.
Sorry.
So, but douceur, what's say it properly?
Douceur.
Douceur.
Yes.
Sweetness.
It's sweet. It's a sweetness.
Douceur,
So it's just a
sweetness.
softer version of a tarasho. But I think Eroni also has its own.
I just say douceur is BS. Just do zouk.
Thank you.
Just do zouk, love. I don't know,
Thank you.
or tarashinya or whatever. Just let it go. 'Cause
I
typically
had
they
a
would
name.
typically they would turn all the lights off, being completely in the dark. That's what we used to do in the pies.
Yeah.
So just tenzuk.
You don't want to see the sins that's happening in the dark, huh?
Wow, that's
Yeah, so you actually don't want to know.
you don't want to know. That's puro tarascini. I don't want to tarash.
Okay, so
Anyway, so tarasho.
Yes.
So what happened was
20 minutes later.
you had urban dancers doing all the syncopations, and so the people dancing tarashinha effectively did the same. They started adding elements of urban styling to closer holds.
Okay.
They started moving more of the body, isolating as the osteo
Okay.
kind of concept.
maybe.
And they maybe, and then again, it's very very new. It's like the newest style
Oh, okay.
I think even
for that umbrella. at the moment.
after Dusa, or Dusa is the latest.
I think the Dusa is the latest.
Okay.
Because I don't even count Dusa.
Yeah,
as
it's
a style.
style
It's
stuff.
more like a vibe that you add.
It's a little spice.
It's a little
Okay.
People still teach it though. I don't know what they
Yeah,
teach, but they still teach it.
For me, it's just a softer version of either urban or tarasho.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a softer version,
Okay.
not so hectic. Because urban, when it first started, hard. Tarasho, hard.
Okay.
And I think if you look at Kizomba, a lot happens in the lower body.
Mm.
And Kizomba is from Africa. Urban Kiz, a lot happen in the upper body. That's in Europe. Tarashinya, a lot happen in the lower body, African. Tarasho, a lot happens in the upper body, and that's European.
Yeah.
So if you
That's the kind of way and kind of okay. That makes more sense.
They also start.
bachata, a lot happens in the lower body. Central bachata,
You know what?
a lot happens in the
Can I
upper
just say,
body.
I don't think Africans have a monopoly on low body. Just saying.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Let me come back at you.
To be fair, like I think all the other cultures also stole that. Not stole. We came from there too, so we have.
Everyone comes
yeah.
from Africa, so I don't know where.
Yeah, that's
where
true.
we're
So,
talking about.
so I think yeah,
They-
I agree. So I saw you guys talking shit to each other or other people. I don't really know what happened on the internet about a video.
Internet.
So there was a rant, okay, and look, this video is actually good for multiple reasons. It says it's the evolution of urban kiss,
Yes.
but I want to have a little debate on its being solely urban.
Okay. Let's talk about it. So the video that I saw was saying evolution of Kizomba,
Urban.
urban kiss, and it shows the different things, different apparent ways to dance Kizomba.
In the time frame of like from 2013 till now, how
Yeah.
it evolved.
Right. And also I like that it also gives a reason. Oh, because it's in Corona, everyone was home, so they were able to do this style. The funny thing is, I agree with the video.
Okay.
I relate to it and I go like, oh yeah, that's kind of my journey.
Which cool.
Which is cool. It's not. Look at them. It's not cool.
I posted the video and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's cool to do this kind of videos because for people who it simplifies, for people who don't know, they get a little bit of history, and if they're interested, they get to go and ask questions. And the good thing with this video, you can clearly see who was the top dancers in which era. Like you
Yeah.
can tell, like there's
That's-
no.
I agree. In terms of watching the video, you can see these were the styles we danced from then till now in terms of modern
Mm.
Kizomba fusion to urban style. Okay.
I think, look, I am pretty new to the Kizomba world, so I'm still kind of surface level in this. But I agree with the evolution. In my head, it feels like an evolution or a change because of the time that it happened. And I don't know these people, these famous people who are dancing like that, but I relate to the time that it happened because everything that they showed was what was taught in classes at the time
Yeah.
it was happening.
Yeah.
That's the part I agree.
I'll get to you. I'll get to why I disagree
Just to
slightly.
me?
I get to why I disagree slightly. But watch.
Okay.
Anyway, this is how we used to do it, right?
Okay.
So we did. Look at that. That-
I remember
The bunda movement, that was crazy. The arm up in here,
It's
that
funny
was
because all the girls were complaining of
Yeah.
that period.
Why?
Huge.
I didn't
It was painful.
to
painful.
do body rolls?
because it was
Amateurs.
forced.
It was forced.
It was
Oh,
forced.
they were making it.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
It was
Especially when
painful.
Tarashinya was going as well. We used to have an old styling, an old technique. We used to call it washing the
Washing machine.
washing the clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Wait,
they
this
And the
was
worst is
just-
like the position that you in, it's not comfortable. So you cannot moving your body doing body rolls in a weird position on heels because at the time everyone was wearing heels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was also, I can see it's also tipped over
Yes.
forward.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, and at the time, there was even more head connection. We even forced head connection.
Oh yeah, probably my best. Albert,
Where?
don't touch my head.
Forced head connection. That was crazy. Those times inside.
Okay, that's 2015, 2016.
And we used to call that Kizomba actually.
Yeah. We also call it. It wasn't even fusion. Probably around here, we started coining different name. But this to me still Kizomba fusion before the urban really started.
And when you look at the video, you need to listen to the music as well because the music is on point with the era.
A lot.
So
of-
what, do you guys have issues with that section before?
So here's my pet peeve. Okay. Because it says urban kids evolution, yes, but in actuality, a lot of this styling is to me Kizomba fusion.
Okay.
Urban stuff, when they start actually doing the urban stuff, because right now they're still doing to me Kizomba fusion. They get to urban probably about here, 2019. I was already seeing these moves at way more
Earlier.
2013, even probably even before that.
So it came back.
I think
No, it didn't come back.
no, I think the issue with the video is that, and it's perhaps on the dancers, not to say that they can't dance or anything, but the way they do the move, it looks like it looks like way back, like the actual 2019 move, or like that the actual 2000 is not just this, you know. I mean, this one, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
but the ones before,
Yeah.
he kind of blended everything together.
Mm.
But did miss some actual changes that happened at the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's not completely accurate in the sense that he didn't capture the whole
nuance of it.
exactly
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Which would have been hard. It would have been hard.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's quite an expectation to
Yeah.
have every intricate nuances.
no, not every. But the thing is, when you look at, if you go back to the beginning, 2013 and 2015 or something, looks the same, and
Yeah.
it was not the same.
But
It was
like-
already different.
So
The thing is,
that's
2013, 2014, right?
Yeah,
And then it changes, and it's like it hasn't. Nothing
hasn't
happened.
changed. Nothing has changed really.
But we've already people.
Can I
were-
say what I see?
Yeah, you tell me.
Okay, go back. So there's a lot more movement. It's a little bit more linear and side to side stuff and on the spot.
Yeah,
Whereas
but in this time,
2015, 16 to me, the Saida started coming in with the movement.
this was already.
It was
all
already
of this-
2013.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, what I'm this is why it's peeping me off because here, look, here, I know I'm getting specific,
Okay.
but 2013, this is what they're claiming is this is all that kind of happened in this time frame. Obviously, it's impossible to say otherwise, right?
Okay.
But 2013, I have receipts that you already see very clear urban stuff
Yeah.
happening
Coming.
already
Yeah.
at this time. This is the only thing I'm saying. So if this video was slightly, again, this comes.
So you have an issue with the date?
I have an issue of what it's trying to represent because people like you would look at this and go, this is urban kids, but it's not. This is Kizomba fusion.
But at the
until
same time,
it gets to it.
at the same time, I think that you can't start urban kids without starting. You can't tell urban kids story without starting with Kizomba fusion because that's
yeah.
how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it actually said Kizomba fusion into urban kids, I would have been like, this isn't even a topic right now. This is how we used to dance.
How about I put it the other way? What if I said the first version of Urban Kiss was still a little fusion, but looked like that?
Yeah, if you want to be
Yes. Oh, so I
Fancy
can't be.
but then you have to still explain that. But that doesn't get explained. This is the only thing I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like even the tagline, you could write more.
They could have
Yes.
written way more. Way
Again,
more.
Okay.
This is exactly how we danced in that entire period.
Yeah.
But at the same time, while all this is still happening, urban had its own little styling that was already
Yeah.
different to this.
The syncopation, the turn, but like not turn, the spin. Sorry, because Kizomba, Semba don't have spin.
Yeah.
They have spin. The dancing in shadow position,
Yeah.
which we started calling. When did we start calling that shadow? And I was
Position?
like, what is shadow?
Yeah, I think we coined it from the bachata people because they already had
Okay.
We had other ways to dance.
they had other they had a shadow position. Which,
Okay, so shadow
and
position.
This is kind
Like
of
all of this, yeah, urban keys that started. Yeah.
yeah. All these moves were already happening. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so this is not an okay. It was already there, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was already there in the first.
They're kind of missing the actual start of urban keys.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Okay, what's the actual start of urban kiss?
Well, it's with all their signature stuff that they start going. Probably even from here.
2019.
No, this is
Even up, like after this is kind of all these kind of leg lifts. This we were already kind of doing that stuff.
there was like all the lift up, the side thing, the
Yeah.
dips and the what is it dips?
The
That's what-
drags and the
The drags. This is from before
This is
2019.
But I'll give you
I know, but is that the start of urban kiss?
how did
That
this is in oil.
it's,
So this
it's
is
not just it's not
it's
the start,
not-
but it was the beginning. It was
yeah.
at the beginning.
So look, 2013 receipts. I told you I had receipts,
Mm-hmm.
right? So once you get into it, once he gets
So that's kind of point like
Mm-hmm.
look
that's 2013. He's already doing the touch.
Mm-hmm.
if you see the
Syncopation.
glide is already so all these things.
Describe what you're seeing there. What are you seeing in there? Like is
So
you seeing
all
the
these
touches,
the
the
touches,
aerial movement.
the
touch,
syncopations.
Touch, disconnection,
Even
syncopation.
look how straight the legs are.
But you can still see Kizomba in there because the way they did the retroceso, even though you wouldn't, no,
Yeah.
but they still did it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just that they implemented other stuff. And you can't tell where it comes from because it's not clear that it's from hip hop or from whatever. And I think that's where you actually can create a new style because you can't tell it's from tango, it's from there, it's from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do like a lot of touches, syncopation.
But if you you saw that, right?
Yeah.
You saw
I
that,
think
and then you look
Oh, you can say wait.
again. You look at this vibe.
Yes.
Wildly different, right? This doesn't look the
it
same.
was still there.
It was still there. So what we're saying is people were still dancing.
In the more later styles earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you, but I would say general crowd though probably dance like that.
But
No,
in just,
general crowd was not dancing like that.
It's not. Okay.
this old style.
General crowd, Urban Kids was doing the touches
Yeah.
all the time.
So is that the start of an urban kiss? To have touches and all this stuff?
It was more the syncopation.
You didn't have
the
to touch,
extensions.
Come on, guys. One
Yes,
of you
it
speak
is.
for Kizomba. There you go.
Yes.
Thank you. Jeez. One of you speak for Kizomba. It's like, well, it's not this. Then what is it?
Because it's
well, it's not
always-
the other thing.
It's because it's always hard to pinpoint the start of something. Because the start of when do you say, when did we start drinking water? It slowly comes,
Yeah.
you know. You can't say this date, we did this. You can say
Yeah,
it
I-
started already.
All I can say is 2013, only because I started teaching at that time, I already started seeing this style of dancing done by French people who came to Australia at the time, and they didn't have a name. They called it French Kizomba. That's what they used to say. I remember French Kizomba. Then this gentleman used to call it Kizomba 2.0. Nobody bloody liked it. They had to change the name because all the people who were dancing Kizomba were just like, nah, bro, it's not the thing. And it's not.
And it's not.
It's fun when people say it's not the same dance, but we eventually take it in and becomes the dance. Isn't
But
it
it's not,
funny?
it's not because it's not, no, not, it's not because, it's not because it's not the, no way.
Sorry, I know, Vinay. Okay.
It's not because it's not the same dance that it can't exist. It can exist, but you need to define it a little bit better. That's it.
Yeah, that's what they
It
wanted.
still
I
has
mean, it's
space.
still evolving. You can't define
No.
something when you're still evolving it.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
The way I see it,
Yeah.
the video just shows that there has been a progression of styles that has been taught at that time. what was popularly taught at that time.
Yeah, the
Is that fair
music.
to say?
That's fair to say. The how we used to learn, how we used to teach,
Yeah.
with the music we used to use, even the way they dress,
Yeah.
they're dress appropriate.
To
the time.
Okay.
So all of that,
Yeah.
super fun, super great, like perfect.
I don't know who says
Right?
that.
But for me to see that video and say this is just what Urban Kids was, or the majority of what I saw in the first half of that video
Mhm.
is a different style.
Right.
It's all simplified a little too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
To the
people say.
point where you're losing what's important about it.
Kind of.
Right. Yes. Yes.
He doesn't like the kind of
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. Well,
It depends what's important. That's it. But let's say that it is important and
Yes.
that if you want to do something, you do it right. So just include the right.
here's okay. This is my thing. I'm a big advocate for Kizomba fusion that's not getting enough recognition for what it's done for the scene. Everything's gone from Kizomba, Urban Kids. This whole section didn't exist because now it's urban.
Look, because some things are trends.
Yes.
Some things are things that happen, right? So some things are an evolution. Some things are just there for a moment, right? Like even now, I think there's a lot of things that you could be like, oh, we don't do this. It's a trend. But sometimes the trend becomes the evolution, no?
Yes, but the problem is if nobody dances Kizomba fusion anymore, I would understand. But
So
that-
one
that is
style has to
still-
completely disappear for the other to exist?
No.
No, it means like
You need to make space for the other style
Yeah.
that is not being recognized. There's still people that are actually doing Kizomba fusion.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of them are mixing it with it's urban keys now. It's urban keys fusion kind of.
yeah, but let's put it to the people who do old school
Urban
stuff.
Kiss fusion, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. That's
They
the thing.
look tired. I was
Here's-
talking about.
But here's the thing, like there's not enough, like you mentioned before, there's not enough what's the words? You said it before, where we're describing the right things. I can't think of the word.
Or you can't say that it's at that time that it started or what.
No, it's
You can't put it in a box.
there's not enough solidifying what the thing
Oh, yeah.
is.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just even now when I mentioned a difference to some artists who are urban kids artists,
Hmm.
and I say, well, what's the difference now with Kizomba fusion and urban kids?
It got lost.
It got lost.
It got
So
lost.
it all
into-
becomes brain rot, is what you're saying.
No,
Then.
not yet,
And I.
but it will be.
Okay.
I
But
need to know what brand.
yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah.
the difference for me.
That's what I'm
I've
saying,
always had a really clear definition of Kizomba fusion, urban kids. One is linear, has a different feel, has a different hold. Kizomba fusion sticks to a certain vibe.
You say that, but you've been in the scene for a long time.
Yeah.
Some of the international artists that travel today, they come and teach us stuff. They started like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like
There's
they
the brain.
they don't necessarily have all
There's
the
the-
history because they were not there.
Or the confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not confusing for us because we were there, so you could see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Literally the millennials of the Kizomba world.
I mean, can I relate just to go back, like even to bachata? We have the same thing, right? There's
Yeah.
always new styles coming, where there is a section that will hold on to the older style, but even the older styles evolve and is more refined because they have more time.
Sure.
Whereas the newer styles initially becomes trend and then becomes their own new style.
Yeah.
But I think I would say in bachata, resistance is futile. You just eventually, if there's
Just
enough,
like-
if there's enough people dancing that specific style, it just
But how
you
does
can't fight it
How does it become a style?
because more people are dancing it.
The way more people are dancing it.
Because it's been taught by somebody and somebody's going and learning from the person.
And that
Yes, yes, yes.
person needs to keep going, right? With the trend. And that's the thing. Every new style comes from someone's style.
Yeah.
Someone who interpreted the music differently,
Yeah.
interpreted the dance differently.
Everything's a remix.
And
Yes,
Okay.
there's no- there's no ethical idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But then I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that. But if the dancer disappears, it stays a trend and disappears as well. if the dancer evolve and manages to evolve the dance like his own style and manages to teach it properly and have good basis and knows how to explain it to people, it will stick. So it depends on the dancer
I think that's the difference between a trend and a new
and
style.
your style.
I think a trend is something that one person can do one time and that's it.
Exactly.
But then if somebody gets in, even if they're inspired by that and they are able to refine it, teach it to other people who can go on and evolve
it
it
to other-
independent of that person,
Exactly.
and more people are learning and doing that, then it becomes a style.
And that's what happened with Tarasho, because initially it was only done by 2, 3, maybe 5 people max. But then eventually one of them or 2 of them actually started teaching it to more people. They started to travel everywhere, teaching it to more people. More people took over it, but also because it was probably a little bit more intuitive than other trends, I would say.
Yeah.
So they managed to create a whole thing around it, create a whole brand around it, and it became a style because more people wanted to learn it, you know. But if I take, for example, like I'm gonna take one dancer, Jojo, for example.
Yeah.
The lifts and tricks that he does,
It's not
Work-
accessible to everybody.
it's not accessible for everyone, but it's been a trend for a very long time.
Yeah.
Now you see for a moment, like in the video, for like 2, 3 years, everyone was trying to do those lifts and tricks during the social, but because it's a social dance, it's very hard to go and do tricks where you lift the girls but he still goes around and travels around and teaches it. But the thing is, it's harder for people to dance it and to actually practice it, because when you go to a social, that's basically your practice.
I think again, everyone gets things from other things. Like even in bachata, have you seen some videos where the girl's upside down with her hair on the floor and getting thrown around? All that exists. But then-
Bachata or
Bachata.
bachata?
Nah, this would be.
This is some like influence or something, bachata influence or what. That's a new
Okay.
But then at least they're calling it. To me, I don't mind that there's a new style. There's a new style called bachata influence now, where they do.
How is it a new style? Hey, I don't see this.
Because
This
they
ain't no new
just
style.
categorize. Hey, you guys can't even accept the new
If
style.
you're gonna pick on us, we're gonna pick on you, bro.
They accepting new style is just define it properly. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. I had an argument
Yes.
tonight
Here, okay, hold on. Let me just.
because of that.
Okay, yeah.
Because of the sensual and the what is it?
Influence.
Influence.
Okay.
La diferencia. What's the difference?
Because influence to me, this is how I understand it. This is so new. It's not completely defined.
Right.
But to me, the bachata sensual came from a lot of zouki moves. So it's bacha zouk or bachata sensual is what was that.
Okay.
A lot of the influence comes from hip hop.
But wasn't that already a thing? Like bachata.
But there was no
urban
name for it.
Yeah, but wasn't
There's
it
no
like
urban bachata.
there's no urban?
This is our urban bachata.
Right.
So
Bachata fusion or
I mean,
that's
fusion is just a
thing?
general name for like if it's not the original, it's just like it's almost derogatory.
Like Kizomba fusion is just like
Yeah, but it's almost taken as derogatory. Like it's not the real bachata; it's some kind of fusion. So then
Right.
people started defining what fusing with zouk. It's more. I guess it looks more sensual, so I guess we're calling it sensual. And influence because from Instagram influencers doing influential dances. I think that's how it became.
Brain rot.
Yeah.
But I told you the first time.
What the heck
What?
is
It's
brain
just a name.
rot?
It's a name. Who
Someone
cares?
explains brain rot for me.
Yeah, I don't know. He keeps bringing from brain rot. We spent 15 minutes trying to
Brain
transition into brain
I'm
rot.
just like giving you a little
Okay.
subliminal messaging.
Okay, so that's what's happening but then there's a few teachers who will start an academy around it, teach other people on purpose.
Yeah.
And then that becomes a style which is danced. But they don't go, it's not like weird like salsa, like, hey guys, do you want to do on
I have a
2
question.
or on 3?
I've got a
Blah, blah,
question.
blah, blah.
I have
You
a
just
question.
dance it. Yes.
What's your problem with salsa?
Everything.
Tell me more.
Who hurt episode 3?
Okay,
Who hurt you? Damn it, who hurt you?
Salsa hurt.
Let's all watch episode 3.
Yeah, episode 3. Okay. That's actually episode 4. 4. Okay. But yeah, I think the difference is just like Kizomba, if I'm going to relate to you guys, nobody's actually going, hey guys, let's do urban kiss on this dance. They just dance and then it just becomes that's the style we're dancing now. As opposed to salsa, we're like, do you dance on 2? on 1.5.
But the problem of salsa is that they created this onto, but still want to dance onto. They didn't use the music as the base for the new dance. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if you look at bachata and bachata central, you cannot do bachata central. It feels I dance bachata now.
Yeah.
I'm one of yours.
Yes.
You cannot do central on a proper bachata.
I agree.
You know?
And I think it's the same thing happening in bachata where like the music is evolved. So a lot of the bachata music now has a lot of hip hop, poppy,
Yeah.
more pop influence. So it's easier to include
Exactly.
4-beat and Afro and bachata moves. I mean, hip hop moves
Sure.
into bachata,
Okay.
but there's no name for it. Now they're calling it influence. We used to call it urban bachata or
That's what I
bachata
thought it was.
fusion,
That's what I
but
thought.
there, it didn't really wasn't never really a style because it didn't really catch on. It just was.
So
It just
how's,
went remix
how's this one catching on? Is it
because it's influence,
by the influence?
or
Brain rot.
Yes.
Fucking-
Okay.
Explain freaking brain rot for us, please.
At a base,
No,
say
that-
what he thinks he's saying.
No, I think I'm saying it.
Okay, say what you think he's
No,
saying.
I think I'm saying it. No,
He
see,
was influenced.
it's brain rot in general means when you're like watching just obscure fucking TikToks for ages
Okay.
and your brain is just filled with rot
Okay.
because it's just shit videos you're watching constantly, right? Now, I've taken this, I made this. I've taken this concept in dance, calling dance brain rot, because people I feel are doing similar shit, if not the same fucking thing, drowning your brain into influential shit, either in bachata, either in Kizomba, urban, or the
Not so much in Kizomba.
not in Kizomba because they stick,
not-
they
yeah,
stick to the roots, but
Oh,
yeah, they stick to the roots. I'm sorry, they stick to the roots.
What roots?
The roots, they have its own roots.
Okay.
It's like bachata doesn't get count. I don't think bachata. Actually, no, I do.
No,
Get, I do get brain rot on that.
but I mean, like, listen, it's again, it's a different thing because then you've got stuff like, you know, you're what, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But like people watching all this stuff and then they implement them in their dance. And look, this is nothing new, right? Nothing new. Everybody gets a trendy thing. They want to replicate it. They have no idea what the fuck they're
It's
doing.
like this move in dancehall. I'm like, guys, stop doing this move. What is this?
This is
Everything.
my journey.
Afro, hip hop. Stop.
I love it.
I love it.
Stop.
Yeah. But this is what I consider being brain rot. Stuff that people look and they have to mimic. They think it's the best thing in the world, and I'll just
I don't even think they think it's the best thing in the world. I think if you see it enough, you just start doing it. Because before we didn't have TikTok or anything, but if you see everyone doing a touch, suddenly you want to try it. You do want to try the touch. What the heck? I want to try the touch. Why not? I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't have the technique to do it. But I'm just gonna figure it out. That's it.
I mean, I still don't see the problem with all of this yet.
I think I don't know.
Here's the problem, because firstly, you're
Fight him.
you're
Say something.
you're drowning yourself in trendy shit that again only lasts for oh so long. That's all
don't know
you're
that.
doing.
This is not gonna last long.
It's been there enough for you to.
Yeah, it's been there for a while, but does it mean that in 10 years everyone is still gonna do this? Maybe not. People are still doing touch in Kizomba.
You know what?
Let's stay.
I'm sure 20 years from now somebody's like, "Where's the homage to when we do this?"
Yeah, I will.
Or when we did this.
Yeah,
or
but-
when we did this.
Look,
Where's the
no.
homage?
And then
Huh?
no.
You respect your ground yourself.
Listen, I'm not against the actual move.
Yes.
I'm against
How overused it is.
How overused?
not just overuse, because if it's a cool move and it's done in the right context, just do it as many times as you want. But when I see people dancing bachata and starting doing this, I'll be like, what are you doing? Do you know where that comes
Why
from?
are you
What
doing
is it? No?
Okay, I hear
Imagine
you.
I'm dancing hip hop and then suddenly I'm starting to rock bachata moves and I'm like, I don't know what it is. I just saw that's trendy. I want to do it.
Okay,
Oh, no,
here's
no.
my
No,
counter argument.
no.
That's how salsa formed.
No, this is not how styles are found.
You try things that are not
Okay,
in the
let me
Bible or
tell you-
salsa,
Let me tell you
and
how
then all
styles
of a
are
sudden it evolves.
No. Styles are formed by people who know what they're doing.
No, styles.
No,
Styles
you
are
cannot tell me.
by people who know what they're doing. Just lock in what they know. They never try new
No,
things.
that
Not
is not
necessarily.
true. This
Okay,
is not true.
name an artist who has done one thing and completely changed what they do. 100%.
Albia.
Exactly.
Albia?
Albia.
What did he do?
He's changed the way he's danced so many times.
Sounds like there's
He-
no commitment.
But he started and he learned Kizomba as it was meant to be done.
He was dancing hip hop first. He learned Kizomba, blended together.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
That's my point.
But
Exactly.
he learned,
He learned. So he knew what he was doing.
So
Knew-
wait. Your point is you have to learn the original stuff to make the remix. I agree with that.
Yes.
Though. I agree with that.
I think for to create a new style, it's not anyone who creates a new style. It's not random dancers who's seen some stuff on Instagram and say, I'm gonna do this, and then it becomes a style. It comes to that person to understand what they're doing, to be able to replicate it multiple times, to go and teach it to other, to influence people to dance it, then to go and teach it properly, and to keep on doing it long enough so that people are actually catching up.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
What if,
Mhm.
and here's your preference,
Mhm.
if you had someone who came into your bachata scene,
Yes, they came in. Yes,
they came in.
it's a bad example already.
Yeah, but let's say
Plenty of people come in.
let's say they came into your scene.
Yes, they came in.
They never done bachata before, but all they did is learn whatever kind of modern style of bachata
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
Learn it for about a year,
Mm-hmm.
then decided they're gonna make their own
Stuff.
version.
Yeah.
Already, bruh, you're gonna make a new style
Yes.
after just 2
This
years.
is the difference. I'm not offended by that if it's a good one.
No
But
one
what
is
if,
offended
what if it's
here.
not a good? What if when you look at it, you're like, I can understand why somebody else would look at that and say it's good, but you're missing all of this stuff.
In general, I don't even think when you don't do something for long enough or you don't understand it properly, I don't think you have the tools to even create something new because you won't be able to replicate it.
I agree. I think, look, the thing is, inspiration comes from different places, right?
Absolutely.
Like, it might be the person who has all of this knowledge sees this idiot do a move and go like, that, you can do that properly in this. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, lifts with the toe flick. Oh,
But you as a dancer who knows what you're doing, you trying things.
yes.
Of course, you've seen something that's your inspiration. You're trying things, but only someone like you who knows what he's doing and who's trying it in the.
But that's what we talked about this, right? As a dancer, sometimes I feel like I'm the best dancer that ever existed, and simultaneously feel like I'm the worst dancer that ever existed. In that state, I can look and go at somebody and go like, what's this idiot doing? And then go, I could use that there. And then when I show it to somebody, they could go, that's not the style that I prescribe to. That's not anything I can do or will catch on. If it does catch on, it becomes a trend. It becomes something else. And if the trend continues, if I'm able to teach and do that, it becomes a style. I don't want to be part of any of this process that stops it.
But again,
No one is stopping it.
But again, you already know
Exactly.
what you're doing.
But I didn't. Nobody knows everything all the time. There is
No,
not
it's
one
not-
person.
No,
We don't need to know.
But you're a
everything.
dancer already. You're not a random person who's like trying something new and then creates it. It's not possible. I just don't think it's. I have no example of someone who just rocked up, never knew nothing about nothing, and created a new style.
I agree. Nobody does. So then it's a mute point. It doesn't mean anything. Because if there was, like your example you said, this person was dancing a style for 6 months and they're trying to start a new style, they can try. It's going to fail. So it doesn't matter. But if somebody who's influential, starts something and there's a following, I can't be the one saying like, that's not real, whatever.
But we're not disagreeing. Like actually, we're disagreeing on this because if you're doing this style
Yes.
in a different way, it becomes your style.
No, it
Yes,
becomes
it becomes your style.
it becomes our style.
No. First,
Me
before-
and my influence people.
Me and my
Before-
cult.
Before
Me and my
becoming,
people.
Before becoming you and your people, it becomes your style. And then enough people buy into it and you're able to teach it consistently
Yes,
and then
becomes
it
our
becomes
style.
then it
And
becomes a
then-
new style. But it becomes a new style. It's not the same style as it was before.
Sure. Yeah, it's an evolution.
So we're all saying the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying this is a part of this. This is the step. I think I don't want to be part of the people who stop people trying and evolving. I think that's what happened to salsa, where there's too many people stopping the evolution of a dance.
Yeah.
I don't think
Because what the sad thing is, if there are too many rules, there's too many restrictions, there's too many non-opportunities or holding on to an identity,
wait.
that eventually, I don't think people.
But those people are gonna stick to their like. Look at hip hop. Look at Kizomba.
Yeah.
People wanted to stop Kizomba from becoming urban kids. It still existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too strong. You
Yeah.
cannot stop. Like I can't stop you as a dancer
Yeah.
from creating something new.
Yeah.
What I can influence is don't call it the same as the other style. That's it. Create your own name. I don't know. Do something.
Also,
but then
also
okay, the way-
communicate
Yes.
that there is a foundation that
Mhm.
should be followed
Yes.
to help solidify the style that's being done.
And sometimes
Can I just say the part that I agree?
Mhm.
Like, for example, I see sensual dancers relating to bachata.
Yeah.
None of them, if I do like a normal basic or a box, they're like looking at their feet and these
They're
are
looking at- Yeah.
dancers because for them they used to.
Right.
they're not advanced dancers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
If
not
If you
nice.
don't
Yeah.
know the basics,
I know,
Right.
I know, but then I don't want sensual bachata to not exist because they haven't.
that's
Well,
not what we say.
no one's
The
saying
saying
don't have.
you can't call sensual bachata. That's it. It's not the same.
I think you can because
Why?
weirdly you should because it's an homage to bachata, the original.
No, because me as a beginner dancer, if I know I like bachata and you try to dance, you try to tell me that sensual bachata is bachata, I'm gonna be like, I don't like bachata,
yeah.
and that's exactly what happened with me.
Or I
All
like
I
bachata
knew-
more.
No, because all I knew when I was in Sydney, I didn't know bachata before I moved to Sydney. In Sydney, all I could see is sensual bachata, but I didn't know there was an actual bachata dance. Like I had no idea. Didn't
But
know.
you still learn
So,
that bachata.
No, I didn't want because I hated the music and I hated the dance. And then I moved here and I met other people who actually do bachata, and I'm like, I like that. I want to do that. But you can't sell me on sensual bachata. So if you call both of them the same, I'm gonna be like, I'm
don't-
angry.
Look, I
because
think it's
I
just
don't like
confusing. Yeah, but it's also confusing. Like there is nobody's just because bachata is attached to it doesn't mean it becomes the bachata.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you don't have a problem, that's when it becomes confusing.
Sure.
Because one thing that you come from is not what you're getting. And if you don't educate yourself, you're just gonna learn a whole bunch of stuff that you never wanted to learn in the first place.
I agree. My biggest question for you
Mm-hmm.
is relating to you being a female in the dance world.
Wow.
How is that experience for you?
Guys, we can talk about this for hours.
I will tell you how it.
How is it?
Tell me.
How
I
is
wanna
it
know
feeling?
you-
As a
your
man,
experience
I'll tell you
first.
how a woman's experience should be.
Yeah.
Listen, Trump, take it easy.
Ah. It is tough, I won't say. And it's fun as well. The first 3 years, because when I was in France, I was dancing it, but not as much. I had many other stuff that I could do, so I was casual. When I moved here and it was becoming more of a thing for me, it was very hard. It was very hard because, first of all, my main dances are solo dances, not partner dances. So even though I could do some Kizomba, and it was different to let go of control. And I think that's something that a lot of followers have, letting go of control. That's the first thing. That was hard because also you like, as a woman, we think that the guys are wrong all the time. It's all, we're like, that's not the right beat. That's not the right timing. That's not the right step. That's the first thing. I think, once you get past that, then
How did you get past that? Like, what was the trigger that helped you?
Well, it was very quick for me because not letting go of control. My control thing was different, but I was just like, I understood that we listen to the music differently. So, I might as well just tap into yours. And if I can get you into, at the beginning, I was like, I was rough. You would have to go into my rhythm. And some of the guys, they would just let me. I'm pretty sure some of the Sydney guys would remember. They were just like, oh, whenever you start doing your boomba things, we just let you do.
Which I think was a thing anyway. I think
It was a thing, but
for Tarashinia,
yeah.
It was let go and
I think I was just not
William
giving
would
them
just
the,
take it.
I just
okay.
didn't give them the choice. And I was doing dancehall at the time. So
Yeah.
I was like being on the butt
Mm.
to simplify it, So that was hard. But then I think something that was hard as well is how we see the dance, how we see Kizomba, urban kids, all of that is like a sport.
Mm.
When we go to Kizomba to a party, we expect to dance enough, whatever enough means. You expect to dance enough because you paid. At the time, I was only paying $5, but whatever, you paid, so you gotta dance.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue is, I was not dancing
Mm.
a lot of the times. So frustration,
Why weren't you dancing?
I have no idea.
Was it too many follows?
There's always too many follows. But if I was not asked, or if sometimes I would go and ask, because I was also very introvert. I'm actually introvert. I don't necessarily go to people, but I would, yeah.
The
Because
introvert.
because I dance. It's the dancing that requires, like, if you're gonna teach,
Yeah.
you come, you learn to do the thing.
If you ever seen her dance, you would not say she is an introvert.
But I'm introvert. Come to my place, you will see how introvert I am.
Actually, don't go because I
Don't go, actually, I don't want to see.
I'm so
Actually,
introvert.
no one comes to my place. That's pretty. But yeah, that was not a thing for me to go and ask. But sometimes I would force myself to go ask, and people would say no, and I'm like, why? I remember crying in my car after leaving the parties. I'll be crying and crying, and then I had friends who were feeling the same. I'll be crying for hours, like, why didn't we dance enough? Maybe we're not good, and blah blah, and which maybe doesn't have anything to do. And so over time, I learned to. Actually, I don't know what happened. I think I went to Brazil once. I went to Brazil by myself, and that was my first, outside of moving to Australia, that was my first solo trip for dancing. I went to Carnival, and I danced by myself the whole time. And when I came back, I was like, why am I bothering with waiting for someone to, like, I would just dance. If I want to dance, I just dance, even if it's by myself. Because at first, I'm a solo dancer, right? So I would just, and that's how I improved, actually, because I was dancing by myself.
Were you not getting offered
Not
enough
necessarily.
dances?
Not necessarily. And in Sydney, it's also a different scene because in Melbourne, I'm the same person. I get offered to dance all the time. In Sydney, I would sit down for like hours.
I think there might be a slight difference though, because when you first started to go to the scene,
Mm.
you were brand new. But when you came here, you are teaching. So do you think
actually
that
don't-
has changed?
I actually don't think so because people here didn't know me. A lot of people didn't know me.
Didn't know her?
Yeah, I'll testify to that. When I first met you, I didn't know you were a teacher or dancer or anything. But I remember you looked friendly and you looked like you were just like itching to dance, just
Yes.
jump at it. But I also knew it was one of those things where like I was a little intimidated because I was like, okay, if she's a good dancer, I can't just be lazy. So I have to be not tired and I need to get in there. And I knew like as soon as the first steps came in, I was like, oh, this is going to be such a fun dance. But I was still like absolute beginner. I think it was a Kizomba dance.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I
It
wish
wasn't
I
a
had-
salsa? You sure it wasn't a salsa?
It was definitely not a salsa. Yeah. So I was almost excited to dance with you, even though I didn't know who you were.
Just
almost.
But because he doesn't know me,
Yeah.
and I don't mind people not knowing me. It's
Yeah.
fine by me.
It works for you. Yeah.
Works very well for me. So I don't think in Melbourne I think it's just different, also different environment. And I feel like in Melbourne, people don't come just to dance. Where in Sydney, you come out, gotta dance.
Right,
You gotta dance.
There's
And
an
the
expectation there for...
and the feedback from the girls is, I didn't dance. It's always like that. I didn't dance. I didn't dance. I didn't dance.
Because I don't understand. So the girls don't go ask the guys, or the guys just did
They still go ask, but for some reason, no one knows what enough dance is.
Okay.
but they want to
maybe,
dance.
maybe it's not so much enough, but the quality of the dance.
Oh, probably. And you
So,
know what's
yeah.
funny? You know what's funny? In Sydney, the girls, the follows dancing over there, they're like, oh, I don't like the level in Sydney, blah, blah. And the girls in Melbourne are like, I love going to Sydney, the level is so good. And I'm like, guys, pick.
There's no pick. I think they just like it here because brain rot. No,
It's
it's because of all the urban that's
it's new. They don't know. They don't dance with. If they were dancing with the same guys every
Sure.
night of the week,
Sure, it makes sense. You want to go somewhere and try something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was a challenge, but then you overcome. And I think another challenge as a dance teacher is organizers or people don't necessarily think that you're gonna say something. They would go straight. At first, they would always go straight to the male dancer.
They expect the male dancer to be talking and the female.
But the thing is, if you dance with Yannick, if you know Yannick and organization, Yannick, you know that. Yannick and organization. Sometimes we book that stuff and he forgot to tell me. I'm like,
yeah.
hey.
I do that.
Yeah.
So and I think that's also a challenge, but I think I'm here for the dance. I'm not here for anything else. And I think once I remembered I'm here for the dance, I'm just like, don't care about nothing. I'm just here to
I also think you probably came back from, you said Brazil?
Yeah.
Brazil, you came back probably with a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain, like, I'm a good dancer, I can have fun nonetheless. And I think that does bleed out of you a lot. I remember, like, I didn't know how, like, I knew she was a good dancer, but I didn't see how big it was. Do you remember there was an Adelaide one? And I was like, this person is in Melbourne, and I never, like, I think I came to only a couple of your classes, but like, it's still so amazing. The energy that you have, this thing. So this calling of introvert is kind of, and also during COVID and stuff, you had these challenges that was 100 days.
Yeah.
And like, I would feel like such an idiot, like, oh, I missed today too. Am I still doing it? I missed today too. Am I still doing it? And the thing was, like, it was actually cool to watch her. Like, she wasn't going big, but you could say she was like figuring out things and being smooth. And as a dancer, I was like, oh, that's proper training. That's good. Like,
it's so funny because I didn't feel like it was proper training.
Look, we were all kind of isolated,
Yeah.
and I'll be honest, I didn't communicate that either.
Yeah.
I would just be like, just give her like, because I didn't know you that well back then too. So I didn't want to be creepy, I guess, in a weird way.
Yeah.
So I was getting influenced by that too.
I can call this influence.
Yeah. So I think it was, hey, influence is good. So I think, look, it from like the female side that you're talking about, it seems like you overcame a lot of the things and very quickly. What would be the things you would tell somebody who's dancing?
And that's what I say to anytime I go teach a class is just dance. Just dance, because the moment you start dancing, you don't think about anything else. You don't have time to think about, oh my god, why is this person not inviting me to dance, blah, blah, blah. You don't have time. You just dance.
Can I then say something just so that we can put it into a capsule? Like, I remember, and I think we kind of had that discussion once, seeing somebody join Kizomba as their first dance. It must be so scary, especially as a girl, to be like...
Especially as people who don't have it in their culture.
Yeah.
Yes, especially the people who do this hugs. To go into... Yeah, like, no, just this air hugs. To go into Kizomba hold and move. It must be like, even... And I tried to teach Bachata people some Kizomba, and it was trouble. They're all like... I don't even hug my girlfriend this close.
Yeah.
Like, this is guys. Yeah.
So how?
Yeah, I didn't know it. So these are like casual bachata dancers who just don't want to get that close. But how do you ask a beginner to be like, come try Kizomba? By the way, first thing you do is this close hold, and then we go
But
into...
I think the person is coming into. So the first thing is they came in.
They already know. They have some preconceived notions, but we do have something, at least for us, and I mentioned in our class last night, is in Kizomba, not urban, but in Kizomba, the leader offers a space. The follow chooses how much of that space they want to take up. If they want to take up not a lot of space, it's the leader's job not to get in,
Yeah.
but to give space.
Sorry, before you go in there, I always feel like we give advice to plenty of leaders. Nobody gives advice to follows.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and she's one of those teachers I
Yes.
appreciate because she gives advice for both. So
Go
tell
for
me.
what you say, because the thing is, back in the days, we were not teaching Kizomba like that.
Yeah.
It was not taught like that.
Mm.
Because I remember, and that was part of the frustration, because also as an African person, it was not the way I would dance normally.
Mhm.
And I could not remember dancing Kizomba like that. So being like going into close, first of all, I'm still introvert. Going into a close position in a dance that is not, when I dance Zouk or Compa, for me it's party. But when we go Kizomba, it's like a sport. You go in, you want to dance, you know? So it at the moment I think in Occidental space, it's like a sport. It's not like it's not a party anymore. It's a sport. You come to dance.
Yeah, you go there to just
And so you were not
be in an activity.
Exactly. It's an activity. It's your hobby. You have to go, you pay, you dance. And it was not inviting. I think, and that's where I'm saying I abide by, we need more Angolans or people from the culture to teach the dance. It's being connected to more of those people and dancing more samba with those people that understood. I don't have to go so close, or, like you are inviting me, I can go. The washing machine or whatever that is, that everyone was teaching before was painful. But I didn't know, like, you wouldn't say anything because the teacher said you have to do it. So you just do it. To now understand that actually that was not natural. The way we do the side to side where we were doing
Yes.
not natural. And he was never feeling natural. And I was like, why am I doing this? I don't understand. And then to go to dance with more Angolans again and understanding it should be natural. That was so freeing. And I think that's why we need good follow teachers. And that's to your point, we need good follow teachers that are teaching this. And that's one of the reasons I, in the end, accepted to teach Samba, because I wanted to teach closer to the right thing, and also and empower more women to be them, because the way we were dancing before we were taught to dance was from a male's perspective. You had to follow certain steps, do certain things a certain way.
Yeah.
But it made no sense from a female body perspective, And my advice when I say just dance, it means do whatever you want on the music. When you don't have a partner, obviously, do whatever you want to feel the music better, because when you feel the music better, you gain more confidence. First of all, dancing by yourself in the party where everyone is dancing in partner or in couple must be hard for some people. It's not for me, but it must be hard for some people because you're by yourself.
Can I just say it's the opposite? Like, I came from hip hop. I felt more natural just stepping out and doing my thing.
Because you come from hip hop.
But see, what I'm saying is I fell into my comfort zone. Yeah. So it's not a challenge for me to go to a party and dance by myself in the beginning, especially. So I took it as a challenge to be able to dance with someone else. So I'm just worried that if the advice is feel the music, I agree with you. You should feel the music. And if you have to do it by yourself first, do it by yourself. And you know what's funny? In a social situation, you see somebody dancing and feeling the music, you feel like you want to go
exactly. You just want to go there
possible before they run out, and you want to like absorb their like, oh, that's so far, But I'm curious, like if the idea is, because most people, especially I want to say girls who come into the dance world, they have an expectation.
Exactly.
But of something that they have never done before.
I understand, but that's because of what they see. And I think that's the reason why I'm saying dance more by yourself, because you enjoy the music more. You get to learn about your body.
Sure, yeah.
And also you don't have that expectation that you always need to be dancing with someone. But then the other thing is, when you look at followers today, and I'm sorry, all my followers in Melbourne, Australia, everywhere, you don't dance. They don't dance.
No,
They don't dance.
I mean, I would say that with leads too. I think
leads as well.
With a lot of things, leads are just like button mashing. They're like, especially in like sensual stuff, it's like beep, boop, beep, beep. Dance too, bro. What are you just standing there?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. This is why we say keep in the roots. You can't do some of the stuff. You can't be doing some of your sensual stuff by yourself. If you have some of the roots and foundations, you can do all your. You could do some of your blah blah blah. But if that's all you learned, you didn't learn any of the foundation. Same thing with urban. If all they did was
This, yeah, yeah,
Don't work it with me.
yeah.
that's all they did,
Yeah.
but they didn't do like they didn't have a guru.
Actual dance,
Yeah.
the actual dancing.
The thing is, it's hard because I think just as a teacher, like we are also doing like role reversal and stuff. I'm still more. If I am being the follow, I am more critical of the lead. But as a follow, it seems like the advice is always just be yourself, girls.
Yeah, but
And it feels like that's encouraging, but that's not teaching lead and follow. That's teaching.
I'm only saying that for the dancing part. Because they need to dance. Obviously, when you start dancing with someone, there's so many more tips that you need to get because it's how you receive the information, your presence as well. But I feel like all of this is missing because they don't dance by themselves already. When you know your body and you know how you move, it's so much easier to go and dance with someone. It's the same with a relationship. By yourself, if you don't know who you are, how you go in a relationship? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So it's knowing how you dance, knowing the things that you like to do, the things that you want to improve as well. Because you're going to, we do a lot of private with Yannick. When we get a follow who takes a private, she's like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. They don't even know what they need to work on. You know what I mean? And I'm like, there's so much. We don't even know where to start because there's so much. But to help someone as a dance teacher, if you want to help someone else, they need to come with, it's the same for any type of teaching. You need to know what the base is. And if the base is nothing, but they think there's something because they've taken classes for 10 years, they've never learned how to actually dance. We like whatever we're talking about is dance.
Yeah.
You need to dance first before you go and do so many tricks. I really think they need to dance more because the dancing teaches you how to move, teaches you how your body moves, like what your body can do, what can't do, the things that you have to work on or not. And that's the basic of dancing in general. If you're gonna go in a couple dance or any type of dance, the key word is dance.
Yeah.
So you gotta dance. If you're just gonna go into Kizomba and just be walking, then what's the point of coming anyway? Like the music is speaking, the music is there, that when we dance to the music. Everything we've been saying today is how the dance changes because of the music.
Yeah.
But if you're not dancing, what's the point? And I think that's the problem that I see a lot is women, specifically if I'm talking to women, they're not dancing enough. They're not enjoying themselves enough. They put all their expectation into the leader instead of, and they don't have any expectations for themselves. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to evolve if you don't know what you can do, where you can go, the things that you know that you can do with your body? They're happy when they can do one lift. I'm like, come on.
Are you suggesting that they dance by themselves without a partner doing some basic steps, whatever?
I think they should. I think that, and that's what helped me is at home, just dancing by myself because at home it's just me, so I can dance. When I go to a social and I'm not dancing with someone, it's still dancing because the music is still playing. When I go to a class and I don't have a partner, which happens so often, it's still doing the move even though I'm by myself because that teaches you a lot of the time balance. That teaches where should your foot go as well, because a lot of the time you don't know where your foot should go. You're like,
So I think that goes across the board here, including leads, follows. Doesn't matter the style. Even if you decide to do salsa, you have to know
Here we go again.
to be able to dance by yourself.
Exactly.
So that
Salsa's very good at dancing by itself.
I know, because you end up lonely and by yourself anyway. So you might as well learn how to dance, dance by yourself. Nobody's coming home with you with salsa.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a dancer, you should be able to dance.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you're dancing with by yourself. If you say you're a dancer, you're dancing something, you need to be dancing by yourself.
Do you think, and this is across the board, should people try and dance not necessarily just their preferred style?
Yes. Actually, on something that you were saying before that I was doing the challenge, I dance primarily Afro, dancehall, Kizomba, Samba. The challenge, I would dance on hip hop sometimes. I would dance on, sometimes I dance on jazz. It doesn't matter. I think as a dancer, and I know hip hop dancers know that a lot when they train, and battle dancers as well. When they train, they don't train on one type of music, they train on everything.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter. Like, I know the style of Kizomba is on Kizomba music and all of that, but dancing on different type of music, it sounds counterintuitive, but it actually makes sense because you learn to move your body in so many different ways. Your Saida is not gonna be the same when you dance on urban keys and when you dance on samba. And you need to know what it feels like, and you need to figure that out for yourself, because when you dance with someone else, that's not the time that you figure out, how am I gonna do it? No, you know, it's not. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. You're in the dance already, and it's part of your training. I think it should be part of your training to train by yourself. Training with someone else is super important. Training with multiple people, super important. But training by yourself, even more important.
What's a quick tip for how do you get started? Like,
Play music, you start dancing. Do the dishes and dance. Walk in the street, dance. I don't know. Play music and dance.
okay,
Just do it.
I think sometimes it's important just to move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think there's nobody else there. It's just you by yourself. So I think I remember even my earlier classes, even in hip hop, I was so hesitant to like kind of touch myself. It sounds weird, but like I would just like, because hip hop was kind of separate. Even when you're dancing with someone, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not touching you, you know, and even just touching myself felt so awkward. But even dancing by yourself, touching your arms,
Exactly.
just moving,
The point is touch yourself. Touch
Yeah.
yourself regularly.
touch yourself first, so that then you know how other
That's
people
not
will
the
touch
point.
you.
It's a point for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I like your points.
Yes.
Okay.
Very pointy.
Okay. It's very pointy. Okay.
Amma, thank you
Yes.
so much for
Thank you
coming.
guys for having me.
Yeah.
We love you. We
Yeah.
loved having you.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your
What are you up to
socials?
now?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What am I up to? I'm up to rest. Very important, because I've been teaching regular classes and traveling for dance for the past 3 or 4 years. So I stopped regular classes, but I'm focusing on doing more workshops in the new year and bringing some artists in Australia. So actually, I'm working on something for Afro people specifically. I may have something in the Kizomba scene as well, but we're trying to bring. My goal is to, like I said before, it's to open the Kizomba world to people to go to Angola and things like that. So I want to bring more people from Angola, more dancers from overseas, to teach their perspective as well. And it's the same with Afro. Afro is so diverse. You could learn so many different type of dance, and as you say, so many different styles of each type of dance. It's important to be exposed to many people. So my goal is to always help grow dancers. I always want to grow dancers. If you want to grow, you can come and see me.
Where can we see you? Whereabouts?
Instagram
Under?
at
She'll get there. Don't worry. It's her own. Don't worry. She'll get there.
Ama dot release.
Okay.
Ama dot release.
So that's 4, 7, 8,
3, 4, 3, 3, 8.
23.
3 A's.
I think it's about 6, 7.
Someone needs to explain to me that.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't worry about
That's the way you stop laughing is.
It's something the kids say now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That was amazing.
Awesome.
That
Hope
was
you come
amazing.
back
Thank you so
For
much.
part 2 one day.
One day.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
That's great what you're doing.
I think I want you to really work on a lot of things, like growing a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
What?
you work
Make
on
me a
growing,
list.
you work on growing a beard. We'll work on him not hating salsa a little bit, and then we'll
We can
do
try.
And you, what you do?
He's
No
a
more
voice
brain
to
rots?
also the shit.
no more brain
No
rot.
more brain what?
I'll try to stop.
He's like, I hate this brain rot.
I'll stop being a Gen Z. That's all right.
Yes.
That's cool.
He'll have full pants one day.
I will have,
A full pair.
or maybe less.
Maybe
Come with
less.
shorts. Come on. Just make it short. Ooh.
So reverse shorts.
Wow.
Just the
Reverse.
legs.
Just
the legs.
Just the legs. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.